We are live here at Byesville on the campus of Meadowbrook High School. Tonight, the undefeated Crooksville Ceramics have made the trip from Perry County to do battle with the 1-2 Meadowbrook Colts. My name is Mike Snively, and it will be my pleasure to describe tonight's action, where these two Muskingum Valley League small school division foes look to improve their playoff status in this Week 4 matchup. Joining me on the color tonight is Mike Podlasiak. You can listen to tonight's action on 104.9 FM WWKC, or you can watch the live stream on the YRP TV Facebook page or the YRP TV YouTube channel. So, Plaz, almost a similar situation as last year's game. Crooksville enters Week 4 with a 3-0 record, but is beginning MVL play tonight. Meadowbrook enters 1-2, but their first two opponents were juggernauts, but then the Colts got in the win column in a big way last week by dismantling their big rival Cambridge, 46-0. What are your initial thoughts tonight about this matchup tonight, Plaz?
You know what, I got to believe, because I had a chance to see Meadowbrook 2 weeks ago here against a very, very, very good Indian Valley team. And I think they're much improved over last year. And I think with the schedule that they've played so far through their first 3 weeks, we'll play big tonight. Granted, Crooksville's coming in here undefeated. They're coming in with a lot of confidence. But if you take a look at the 3 teams they've beaten, they're all Division 6, Division 7 schools. Only one of them has a winning record. One of them's 2-1, and one of them's winless still. So, like you said, similar situation.
Right.
I think when Meadowbrook went over there last year, Crooksville was 3-0, and the Colts escaped with a 24-21 win. And Crooksville never won another game the rest of the year.
No, in fact, last year, Plaz, me and Tut Turner had that game down there in that beautiful facility down at Crooksville. They're in year 3 of their brand new stadium down there, but it is absolutely beautiful. Brayson Hill, the stud quarterback for the Crooksville Ceramics, he's a sophomore this year, fumbled the ball on the 2-yard line. There's a misexchange between himself and a running back. They were going in to take the lead with 2 minutes left in the game. So if that doesn't happen, Meadowbrook would have been in trouble. But look, talking about the schedules, Meadowbrook opened up the season at a very good Tri-Valley team. They lost 43-12, and they were in that game for bits and pieces of that game. Then they played Indian Valley 2 weeks ago here in a rain delay where they lost to a good Indian Valley team, 62-21. But then last week, the Colts got off the shide a little bit, and they beat the arch rival Cambridge Bobcats 46-0. Looking at Crooksville, they opened up their season with a 36-0 win over Fisher Catholic. Then they beat Racine Southern 27-20. Week 2, also a rain delay. And then last week they beat Berne Union without their quarterback last week. Brayson Hill, who was suspended for the game due to 2 unsportsmanlike calls in the Week 2 game at Southern, did not play, but they did come out victorious over the Rockets of Berne Union 19-7. Now, speaking of the last 2 weeks, Plaz, we haven't had rain here in 2 or 3 months, but it seems like the last 2 Friday nights here, football season, weeks 2 and weeks 3, both of these teams have been through weather delays, and that's just not something we expected. But tonight we look good.
It seems, Mike, it seems to happen every year, early in the season. You're going to have a game or two where you're going to have some lightning and rain delays, and I happened to be down at Union Local last Friday, and I don't think that game was over till a little after midnight. I mean, it was ridiculous.
And, you know, it's a broadcaster's nightmare, let alone a parent or a player's nightmare, but that just makes for a long night. But tonight, beautiful skies. We got sun. It's a little warm, but the humidity's not there like it was in the first couple weeks, so we should be okay weather-wise tonight here at Eugene Capers Field. But now, I want to hit some sponsors. Without our fine sponsors, this would not be possible. Valentine Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Co-op, Action Total Staffing of Zanesville, Great Clips of Zanesville, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Dune Ford, People's Bank, Bicon Services, Rogers Company, Bruner Land Company, and Shriver's Pharmacy. Also tonight, we are giving away a lot of awards tonight. We are going to be giving a player of the game for either team. They will get a Great Clips free haircut at Great Clips of Zanesville. The Meadowbrook player will win the player of the game, will win the +1 pizza player of the game. And I was telling Plaz before we went on air tonight, I might take that award myself tonight because I was the 2-time +1 customer of the month in a 5-year span at the Cambridge +1. So that might be my award. I might be taking that one home. Then the Crooksville will be awarded a Lock 9 Pizza player of the game, and then a lineman from Meadowbrook will be awarded the Guernsey Muskingum Electric player of the game. So we got to keep our eyes open for those 4 awards tonight, Plaz. And I want to thank our co-producers tonight, Bryce Haynes and Gino Roddy, our morning man up at AVC. And also on the cam tonight, on the camera, will be Abby Garrett. So the Colts have arrived. They are on the field. They're wearing their orange helmets, brown jerseys with white trim and white pants. Crooksville comes in with their black helmets, visiting white jerseys, black numbers. And would you call that black pants, Plaz, or would you call that maybe charcoal?
From here it looks like it's black, but I don't know.
Okay, so it looks like Crooksville will be receiving.
Yeah, I didn't see the initial toss. Evidently, the Colts must have won, I'm sure, and deferred.
Yeah,
that seems to be the trend nowadays.
Yeah. Well, the NFL does it, so.
Well, yeah. So how long until they put the new kickoff rule in like they do for the NFL?
I bet they're a year or 2 away from not even kicking off in high school. I'm going to say they're just going to put it on the 25 or 30 and go with it.
Remember a few years ago in one of Meadowbrook's really good seasons, they onside kicked every kick the entire season.
Every kick the entire season, and they were successful a couple times, but you know, a lot of times when you don't have a kicker, especially at the small school level without soccer program in your high school, you're better off just onside kicking it, because by the time you figure out the average and everything, that's about where it ends up anyway. Gives you at least a chance to get on the ball, pounce on the ball, and sneak in an extra possession.
Right.
So it looks like Casey Clendenning will be handling the kickoff duties. He's a 5'8", 255-pound junior. He'll also be playing on the line tonight for the Colts. Back deep for the Ceramics will be number 5. Number 11, Jacob Hammer, will be back deep. And I'm trying to catch a number from I see a 5, but I don't have a 5 on their roster.
That's scary.
That's scary. So he might be number 5 tonight, but it's fielded by the up back, number 84, who just takes a knee, and that was Hunter Browning. So a pretty strategic kickoff there by the Colts. Crooksville will start off with pretty decent field position at about the 30-yard line. Crooksville moving from left to right on your radio dial. Once again, we are live streaming on YRP-TV, the Facebook page and the YouTube page. If you're listening in, you're on WWKC 104.9.
Mike, for our listeners who have never been to this facility, I mean, just look out at this. What a fabulous facility this is.
Unbelievable, right behind us. How about the shot?
It's amazing. I mean, I started my career here about 45 years ago, and the changes that have taken place have just been incredible.
The SHAC, the Student Health and Athletic Center. So here come the Ceramics. Handoff, big gap there in the line, and that was number 20, Cam Potter. A Potter playing for the Ceramics picks up a gain of 9 on the first play. Potter, who is just a sophomore, 5'11", 175. He'll also play linebacker for the Ceramic defense. Colts up front will have Javon Black, Mitchell George, Colton Snyder, and Ethan Hetty. This time Hill keeps it, and he's got plenty of room. He fumbles the ball though, and it's going to be picked up by number 13. On the carry, but the ball is jarred loose and recovered by Jacob Burris. So a nice start there for the Meadowbrook Colts, picking up that turnover.
Boy, nice read that time by the quarterback. They ran a little read option here to the right, wide open, and I didn't catch the tackler who knocked the ball loose, but very fortunate for the Colts.
But that's alarming a little bit for the defense, but fortuitous bounce there for the Colts. So here comes the Colts offense led by Justice Huey, the senior, who's already completed 75 passes in 3 games for 780 yards. It's 66%. He's thrown 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions this year.
He's got good athletes on his wide receiver. They just get in open space and let them do their thing, like he did right there.
Huey plays it out.
Benito.
Very nice tackle. Pitch out there to Braylon Lowry, the junior. Braylon Lowry makes his 15th catch on the year, but he lost one on that. Good defense there by the Ceramics. Both of these teams are Division 5 and Region 19, and it is a juggernaut of a region, as we were talking in the pregame. Braden Black up the middle, picks up a hard-earned 3.5 yards. Braden Black's 51st carry on the year. He has 230 yards. He's averaging about 4.5 yards per carry. Braden is a junior. He's 5'11", 195. 3rd and 7. Huey, he's going to be thrown down for a sack, and I don't know if they're going to call this a fumble, incomplete pass. That was an interesting play, Plaza. I thought he, if anything, was down.
I thought he was too, but I think they're motioning for an incomplete pass.
Let's see where they place this ball. They call that incomplete. Now, how's that not intentional grounding or down?
Exactly, yeah.
I think it surprised the referees, to be honest.
Good question.
So
it's going to bring up a 4th down in a punting situation.
Yeah, the Colts escaped a little bit of danger.
There could have lost about 15 there. On the punt now will be Casey Clendenning, handling both punting and kicking duties. Clendenning gets a good high punt. Fair catch signaled for by number 5 for Crooksville, which we're going to have to go get a number on in the box beside us for number 5 for Crooksville.
For the time being, like you said, he's going to be number 5.
Number 5. So Crooksville's second possession coming up. Just the beginning of this first quarter, 10-12 left here in Byesville. Mike Snively and Mike Podlasiak. Week 4, Crooksville 3-0, Meadowbrook 1-2. This is a fantastic game. A year ago, Crooksville did go 3-0, but ended up 3-7 last year after their initial 3 wins.
And I believe those 3 teams were the same 3 that they have defeated
early
right in this season.
I think you're right. So Hill out of the shotgun. Fakes it to Potter, takes off to the left. He's got a little bit of room. Here comes a host of Meadowbrook. They fumbles again, and Meadowbrook has it again, I think. And it is signaled Meadowbrook football, so they're going to take over at about the 25-yard line. So 3 plays ran by Crooksville, and they fumbled 2 of them. And that time, as they say, Hill was carrying it like a loaf of bread out there, and another Meadowbrook defender jarred it loose. I could not see who came up with the recovery.
Braden Black on the recovery.
Braden Black on the recovery. So Black will turn right back around and go in at the running back for Coach Norman's Colts. Huey lines up. He's got trips to the short side. Nick Norman by himself out here to the left side. Looks left, goes to Norman. Here comes the throw. Norman's wide open. And what a catch.
Nice catch.
Touchdown. Nick Norman, 24-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey to Nick Norman. And you could see it from here. He was one-on-one by himself. And Huey laid it out there. Maybe a little too far, I thought at first. But Norman, the trusty hands, brings it in the left corner. So that makes the score Meadowbrook 6, Crooksville nothing. Meadowbrook's going to bring their kicker on. Haley Arnold, who is 1 for 2 on the year, kicking extra points, the right footer, the junior. 5'5", 145, and an outstanding gymnast to boot. No pun intended. Arnold says she's ready. Hold up by Lowry, kick is up, and it's straight through. So with 9:56 left here in the first quarter at Eugene Capers Field, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 7-0. You are listening to and watching MBL football on WKC and YRP TV. Fielded by Hunter Browning. He will be taken down by a host of Meadowbrook players. Number 12 in there, Coop McManaway, the outstanding defender for the Colts, takes down Browning right at about the 30-yard line. So Crooksville's about to run their 4th offensive play tonight, and they fumbled 2 of those away. So let's see what transpires from here, Plaz, because right now they are putting this on a silver platter for the Colts.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looked like they have the ability to move the football if they can just hold on to it.
Exactly, no doubt about it. Ball protection always a key. You do not want to lead the game in turnovers. Hand off to Potter. Potter off the left side. He does not have a whole lot of space to go to that left side. 4 or 5 Meadowbrook players jolly on the spot there, including Colton Snyder. And he's going to have a minimal gain, maybe 1. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Ceramics. Meadowbrook has shown improvement each week. Gained a lot of confidence last week with that big win over rival Cambridge last week. Here come the Ceramics. The Potter again. I'm sorry, that's the different running back. That is the Eli Harvey. He's a junior, 5'10", 175. He picks up enough for the first down. He gets about 10. So Eli Harvey's first carry on the night. We will see 2 running backs tonight, and it mainly will be Cam Potter and Eli Harvey. Harvey wears 22. Potter wears 20. Potter's in the game right now with Brayson Hill. Brayson Hill wears number 15. Hands it to Potter. Potter rumbles, gets about 3. Right up in the teeth of that Meadowbrook defense. Meadowbrook has just by looking at things, Plaz, a pretty good size advantage over the Ceramics, would you say?
I would say so, yeah. And it looks like they're platooning a little bit because Mitchell George, who started that first defensive possession for the Colts, now has that's number 55. That would be Talon Conlon.
Talon Cannon. Cannon was a linebacker last year. They moved him down to the 4-point stance. Here comes Potter again. Nothing doing there either.
Oh, nice pursuit there by the right side of the defensive front of Meadowbrook.
Kind of what they tried to run last time, but they're getting good penetration from that D-line, but safeties are coming up and really locking down that run for Meadowbrook. That time it looked like number 13 really come in and providing some extra help. Jacob Burris, who's had a fumble recovery on the evening.
We're still looking for our first pass from Brayson Hill, and probably a good opportunity right here at being a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, 3rd and 8, ball at the Crooksville 45-yard line. Hill in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and I almost think Crooksville had 10 guys on the field. I need to go back. I think they're missing a receiver. They had 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 running back, and they were missing a receiver. And the protection broke down.
I did a quick count there. You're exactly right. You're Johnny on the spot with that. They did have 10 players on the field with that.
So if the sport allows you to play 11, I would advise playing with 11. You get away with 12 or 13, that more power to you.
You're probably not going to do that very often, get away with it. But
Crooksville here to punt. Braylon Lowry back deep, standing at the 20. High snap, handled, almost blocked. Nice punt. Nice punt. And this thing could get a good roll, and it does. And that thing's going to roll clear down to the 12, maybe 11-yard line. Plaz, that's about a 50-yard punt.
With good height.
Very good height. So Colts will get the ball on the 11-yard line, their own 11-yard line on the right hash. 7:21 left, first quarter. A lot of action already here. We're not even halfway through this first quarter. Crooksville made the trip about an hour from Perry County. They brought a nice little crowd and a big band. Nice band across the way. Meadowbrook band right in front of us with the big student section from Meadowbrook. Huey hands off to Braden Black. Black had a big week last week, 196 rushing yards against Cambridge. So Black picks up about 2.5, brings up 2nd, and we'll call it 8. Ball at the 13-yard line. Sun just now starting to set over the hills here to the west.
Boy, could you ask for a better night than this?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We don't have to worry about lightning tonight. There's barely any breeze. I wish there was a little more breeze here in the press box. It is a little warm, but it'll cool off. So this will make trips to the left in motion. Quick throw out here to Lowry. Lowry catches a good blocking by Kuhn out there. Lowry takes a shot, but he gets it up to the 20-yard line. That's going to make it third and about 1.5 yards. Landon Kuhn wearing that protective cap over his head. He took a shot in baseball this year, Plaz, where the ball ricocheted off the plate, comes back and just did some dental damage to him. So he's got to be careful when he's got that
I noticed
cap
he had
on.
a protective cap there the last game. I didn't realize that's what had happened to him.
So Black, he pushes forward.
Good second effort. Got him that first down.
Absolutely. So Braden Black picks up 3, needed 1.5. First down, Meadowbrook.
Their initial first down of the night with 6:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people call a touchdown a first down, but it's really not. You know, if you.
Well, I knew you of all people would come up with something like that. I have no doubt.
But you're exactly right. It is not a first down, a touchdown when you score a touchdown. Huey gets it. He rolls to his right, throws it out to Kuhn. Kuhn picks up close to a first down on that Crooksville sideline. He's going to be. They're going to call it second and short. Plaz and I keep stepping on each other's cords here tonight and making our mics go in and out, so we apologize for technical difficulties for Beavis and Butthead up here trying to.
Both of us being mics, that's saying a lot.
Mike and Mike, yeah.
There's a lot of mics up here in the press box tonight.
So second and short. Huey brings Lowry in motion to the left. Quick throw out here to Lowry. Lowry's got a little bit of space.
Oh, there's hold there.
And Crooksville does get to the ball carrier, but not after a first down. Pitch and throw to Lowry for about 5 yards, first down, Colts. So that brings it out to the Meadowbrook on its own 39-yard line on the left hash. Meadowbrook going from right to left on your radio dial.
Mike, I think that was Nick Norman got away with a hold right out here in front of us. It was pretty obvious. No
Not
call
a hold
made,
if you don't get caught,
right.
though, right? Huey's going to go deep. This one's for Seedor, just through the outstretched arms of the sophomore Bentley Seedor. That would have been a big play.
He had him beat.
Want to welcome all the listeners and viewers from the Guernsey County Fair tonight. Getting some text messages from a few people out there. Welcome. Everybody enjoy the evening. Run by Brayson Hill, the sophomore. Cuts this to a 1-point game pending the extra point. I'm sure that's one thing the defense of Meadowbrook has to keep an eye on is the abilities of Brayson Hill. And I don't think he's even thrown a pass tonight. Is that true?
He threw one
pass. He threw one
yeah.
pass? Okay. So Ceramics are going to come on and try to tie this thing up. They're going to bring on Hunter Hurst. Senior, 6'1", 175 pound. Right footer. Hold will be by Kyle Lane. And we have an official stoppage of play. And let's see what this could be. It's a mouthpiece violation, I think. Somebody doesn't have a mouthpiece? Surely not. He pointed to his mouth. Let's see. Maybe a chin strap. Oh, I see a mouthpiece. Oh, we got another holder coming in. Now, this could be an issue.
Yeah.
They bring in number 11, Jacob Hammer.
Who's the starting wideout, so you think he'd have pretty good hands.
And I've never seen him replace a holder. An official replace the holder. And it's blocked. So that was number 55. Talon Canna coming in, blocks it. Meadowbrook keeps the lead, 7-6, 2:37 left here in the first quarter. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 7-6. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Looking to boost your career or find top talent for your team? Action Total Staffing has you covered. Whether you're job hunting or hiring, our expert team connects the right people with the right opportunities. Locally owned and operated since 1994, we are located at 2239 Maple Avenue in Zanesville. Call us at 740-450-8411 or visit our website at actiontotalstaffingohio.com. Job opportunities in Zanesville, Frazeysburg, Coshocton, Cambridge, and Byesville. Stop in and get your career in gear at Action Total Staffing.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Valentine kickoff here by Hunter Hurst, and it's a wobbler. Looked like a 9-iron for me, but Meadowbrook will be happy with that field position. It was fielded by an up man, and I believe that was number 34. That was Blake Lappert on the kickoff team. He heads up play there, fields that short kickoff and takes it to the 50, almost the 50-yard line.
Going to set up the Colts with great field position from their own 49-yard line.
Blake, just a freshman, 5'9", 195. Terrific athlete, bright future here at Meadowbrook. So Huey takes over. Twins left, single receiver to the right. Quick pass over to the tight end. That time was Bentley Seedor. So that was a read play all the way, and that was a 12-yard pickup. Passing play from Justice Huey to Bentley Seedor. Seedor's 18th catch on the year for 131 yards.
Nice play fake that time by Huey.
Huey rode that ball in his stomach as long as he could.
He did, drew those linebackers in, and Seedor opened wide open.
Here we go again to Norman. This one would have been a touchdown, but the pass had to have been perfect. That time he was kind of double covered, but the idea was to get Nick Norman loose. He got loose, but the pass would have had to have been on a dime. Huey would like to have that one back. Can you imagine being a receiver in this offense, Plas? You've got to be in terrific shape.
Absolutely.
Handoff this time to Black. Black's got a lot of room up the middle. Straight ahead running. 15-yard pickup there by Braden Black. First down, Colts. Colts on the march again. Coach Norman says, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got a rhythm here.
Where they don't mess around.
Trips left. And this time they might not have messed it. They should have taken a little more time because they're going to get an illegal procedure. Colts going to a different formation. They're sticking two receivers to the right with a tight end. Seedor being that tight end. And Seedor's built like a tight end. He's 6 foot 180, but he's really good looking kid. And then you got Norman to the left by himself. But Crooksville's playing a 2-deep zone now, so they're going to put a little more attention over here on number 8, Nick Norman. And that pass again, where they fake it. Seedor just like a little tight end dump. He picks up about 10, maybe 11 because of the penalty. I'm going to give him 12 here, Plas, so it's going to be, hold on, I'll give him 12. So it's going to be 2nd and 3.
Well, that's what I had down on the stat sheets, that we're going to go.
That's going to be
12.
official then. We're unofficially official up here in the press box. Here come the Colts, quick. Hand off to Black. Black's going to be close to a first down. Let's see what the referees say. They say move them. First down. So that'll move the ball down to the 13-yard line. Minute and 13 and ticking here in Byesville. This time they over to Nick Norman, and let's see if did they call this a completion and an incomplete pass, and they call it incomplete. This time they tried what they've been doing with Seedor on the right. They tried with Nick Norman on the left. Norman caught it, but he got stuck in the ribs and the ball with the helmet of the defender, and I believe that was Hunter Hurst who made that play.
Boy, that's a nice defensive play. He timed that perfectly.
He did. And it was close to a fumble, but I think the officials made the right call with incompletion. Hand off to Black, and there's just nothing there this play. And that was very good defense of play by linebacker Eli Harvey, who darted through that Colt line. And that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Colts can get a first down inside the 3 or 4 yard line here.
We think try to pick up 6 or 7 here and then go for it on 4th down?
I would think so. So if I could see a bubble screen here or a screen or a run. I'm looking for a play clock, Plas.
You know what? They told me that the play clocks were out. They were hit with lightning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to have to buy new ones. So you're a good observation. We have no play clocks tonight.
Meadowbrook's going to call a timeout. So will we. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville with 24 seconds left in the first quarter, 7-6. You're listening to and watching NBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Back to Byesville on the campus of Meadowbrook High School. 24.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Meadowbrook leads 7-6 over Crooksville. Colts are driving again, but they find themselves in a 3rd and 12 from the 15-yard line.
The Colts have found a little bit something they like, that little fake dive play, and then that opens up the middle. They've hit the tight end over the middle 2 or 3 times here on this drive.
Colts aren't afraid to open the playbook.
No, they're not.
So here comes Huey. He fakes it. He rolls out. He's got some room to run, and he is met quickly by number 50. That was Jace Thompson, and what a play by Jace Thompson. He just kept pursuing, and his persistence paid off. Too much alliteration in that analogy for me, but that was a gain of nothing. So that's going to end the first quarter. So we're going to take another commercial break. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 7-6 after 1. You're listening to and watching MVL football on WWKC and YRP TV.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more, say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77 Vocational Road, Byesville has land for sale. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Bruner Land Company has 500 tracts of land to choose from and creative financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville off I-77. Give them a call at 685-3064 or go to brunerland.com.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at The Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Opening play of the second quarter here. Meadowbrook facing 4th and 12. Ball on the Crooksville 13-yard line. They're going to go for it. Here comes Kuhn in motion to the right. Huey rolls to the right. We're going to have a screen back here to Black on the left. It's set up pretty good. Let's see if Crooksville gets there, and they did. Yeah. So great pursuit. Good play call by the Colts, but really good pursuit there on the defensive side for Crooksville, and that's going to leave Meadowbrook with 0 on that drive. So Crooksville will get the ball deep in their own territory right about the 11-yard line. Good play call, Plas.
It was a good play call. Well set up, but you got to give the
Crooksville was just
Crooksville.
better snuffing it out.
They did. That's the second time they've run that throwback screen.
And you can almost tell sometimes the way Huey rolls, you know he's not throwing it to the right side. He's coming back to the other side. So maybe that was a scouting tactic there by Crooksville. So here comes Crooksville, a little different formation here. This is just going to be a power for guess who? Brayson Hill, and he's got some room again. He's starting to pile up some yards now, Plaz.
Boy, this brings back memories of a couple weeks ago when Indian Valley had the running back Kinsey that just ran wild on the Colts.
So that's a gain of 15 on the first play. Well, we'll give him a gain of, it's about 15. So first down, Crooksville. They trail 7-6 here. MVL small school matchup here. Week 4. Winner of this game is going to get some points. This same play to the other side, and Brayson Hill's got a little bit room. This time the Colts do a little bit better defending, but it's still about 6 for Brayson Hill. Brayson Hill also a very good basketball player for the Crooksville Ceramic Hoop squad.
Just think the yardage he would have had if he didn't put the ball on the ground the first 2 times.
Exactly. Well, the one carry was, it still counts for you, but he had, 12 yards, and then, they were driving that series. This run game for Crooksville has been pretty good tonight. I'm going to give him almost 7 yards on that last play. So this time he's under center. First time we've seen somebody under center. He takes the handoff. Just a straight dive ahead to Cam Potter. Nothing fancy there. No yards. Good job there by the Colt defenders.
I didn't know teams actually won under center.
I didn't either. Casey Clendenning there, and Colton Snyder and Coop McMahon away on the stop there. And, you know, that worries me sometimes when even these pro teams, when they go under center, they seem to fumble. I mean, watch the Steelers last week.
They must never practice.
Yeah, they never practice it. You got to get your hand, I hate to say it like this, but you got to get your hand up deep in their butt, and that's how you take a handoff.
And he's got to be able to feel it. You got to put enough pressure on him so
Yeah.
he knows where your hand is
And
at.
your finger's got to be up too, or you're going to break a finger.
Yeah. You sound like you've had experience.
A little bit. Okay, here comes the fake.
Oh, there's nobody out here.
And they're going to hit number 11, who's nice play, who came across the formation, was number 11. Called by the Crooksville coaching staff. He had two guys open, a guy early who was Hunter Hurst, but then Jacob Hammer, who came as tight end from across the right tight end across the formation. That's always hard to pick up for a defense, especially a high school defense.
I think he had room enough out here. I think he could have run for a first down.
Twins left, Twins right. Hand off to Potter. Potter dances, and he's going to be met there by number 23. That's Will Smalley. So minimal gain there for Potter, maybe a yard and a half. And we have a whistle. And let's see what the officials say. Timeout, Crooksville. So with 9:39 left here in the first quarter, Colts lead the Ceramics 7-6. You are listening to and watching NBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Experience luxury and power like never before with the 2024 Explorer, available now at Doane Ford. With its sleek exterior, 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6 engine, and low miles, this Explorer is ready for any adventure. Relax in light sandstone leather seats while staying comfortable with heated and ventilated front seats. Plus, enjoy the premium technology package featuring a 14 speakers and B&O sound system with twin-panel moonroof. Don't miss out on this exceptional driving experience. Visit Doane Ford today, located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at DoaneFord.com.
Back to Meadowbrook. Cotton Eye Joe time here, Plaz. The cheerleaders getting into it. We even got some fans doing the old Cotton Eye Joe dance. And I used to do that at a couple wedding receptions back in the day.
Surely not.
Back to action here. Quarterback draw here by Hill, and everybody's after Hill. And Hill's lucky to only lose a yard here because the initial penetration there was by Will Smalley, who was on a quick, hard blitz there. Almost had him for a loss of 5, but it's only going to be a loss of 1, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. This thing's starting to turn into a defensive battle now a little bit.
That was a heck of a job, like you said, by Hill, just to avoid the first couple tackles and keep it to only a 1-yard loss.
He's shifty, that's for sure.
He is. He's hard to tackle.
Kind of reminds me of Isaiah Stevens. Isaiah Stevens at New Lexington now. He's left-handed and senior, but they move a lot alike. Stevens throws it a lot more, though. Okay, so we're going deep this time. This is a pretty good ball, but nobody home. Number 11, Jacob Hammer, went 20 yards and stopped, and Hill thought he was going all the way 40 yards downfield, and just a little miscommunication there. So let's see what Crooksville does here. They're on the Meadowbrook 36-yard line, 4th and 11.
They've done a pretty good job defensively. They may want to try to kick Meadowbrook deep, make them go the whole field.
And they are. They're going to punt it. They're going to bring in number 28, Brody Cottrell, who had to play quarterback last week against Byrne Union. He's only a freshman. 5'10", 185. Cottrell takes the snap, kicks it. Pretty good kick. And that ball's going to bounce. And that is a perfect kick. Did they let it go too far?
No, I think it's like inside the 1-yard line.
You can't get any closer to a touchback than right there. And if you see the orange beanbag where the ball's placed, Meadowbrook's got to be very careful.
That's incredible.
Now, the optimist would say somebody could set a school record right here, right now. This could be the longest scoring play in Meadowbrook history if they score here. Because
how would you get one any longer?
You can't. you can on offense. Defense, I mean, you used to. I don't even think you return things out of the end zone. Now, this would be 99.99 yards if this were a score here. Braden Black is so deep in the back in the end zone. He's behind the R in Meadowbrook. So they hand it off to Black. He gets them a little bit of room, up to about the 3. Black been the workhorse in the running game tonight. So that's going to bring up about 2nd and a long 7.
I saw the running back Kinsey from Indian Valley go 97 2 weeks ago. Yes, from the same spot there.
And there's a quick pass. They've been using this
like
tight
that.
end dump, and it's going to be close to a first down. That's Seedor again, getting those tough catches across the middle, and that is a first down. Yeah, you only needed a little bit past the 10, and he got to a little bit past the 10 because where the ball was marked initially for that first down was way back there. So Colts in the pistol this time. Black behind Huey. Huey with another dump to Nick Norman. Nick Norman with the tough catch across the middle. He's got 15 yards, and the Colts are marching. That brings it out to the 26-yard line. Another first down. That's a WB Green Insurance first down.
Colts finding a lot of success throwing the ball across the middle.
This could be a double pass. No, it's going to be just a flare out to Braylon Lowry. And well defended there by number 35 for Crooksville, Aiden Harper. And that's going to be a loss of 1 on that pass play. 7:19 and ticking here. Meadowbrook leads 7-6 over Crooksville. Once again, if you're listening on the radio, we are live streaming on YRP-TV, the YouTube page, channel, and the Facebook page. Huey claps, takes the snap, throws a dart to Seedor. Seedor catches it on the Meadowbrook sidelines. He picks up about 6. That's going to make it 3rd and a long, about 5. Ball placed on the 32-yard line on the right hash. On your radio dial, Meadowbrook is going from left to right. Huey wanted to get him the jump. Count was on 2. Crooksville went on 1. I don't think it's going to be quite enough for a first down, but it's going to be close. It's going to make it 3rd and about a 1/4 of a yard.
Just the first penalty tonight.
And you know what? They gave him a first down.
Oh,
I was looking at the chains, and
I
it looked
was too, and it looked like it was at least 6 yards, if not more, for the first.
So Meadowbrook picks up the first down by the offside penalty on the Ceramics.
Good hard count that time by Huey.
Very good. And here goes Braden Black. Braden Black might have picked up another WB Green Insurance first down.
Will depend on the spot.
They're going to call this one short.
I thought that was closer to first down than the last one.
This could be the longest, this could tie or be the longest drive in Meadowbrook history. And Colton Snyder comes in at running back. He's a bull. He takes off. He's got room. He takes it down inside the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 16 for Colton Snyder. Colton, just a sophomore, 6 foot, 195, excellent wrestler. Trips to the right. Single receiver Seedor to the left. Throw out to Nick Norman. He's got some space. He's got a first down. He's inside the 20. He's inside. Let's see where they mark him out. That is a gain of 19 yards down to the Ceramics 16-yard line. So Meadowbrook in rhythm here offensively. They're on a seek of a 99-yard touchdown march. This time they hand it off to Snyder. Snyder goes up the middle, but goes to the right. He's got some space, and he's brought down at about the 7-yard line. So this is going to be a gain of 8. 5:22 and counting here in Byesville. Mike Snively, Mike Podlasiak.
Boy, the sophomore running backs look good on his last 2 carries.
They do. Huey throws it out, got
wide
a wide open Nick Norman. Nick Norman makes one move and beats the guy to the pylon. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. So that was that an 8-yard touchdown?
8-yarder.
8-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey to Nick Norman, Coach Steve Norman's son. And I always wondered, does Nick and Steve have conversations about who had more catches? Because I guarantee Nick has way better stats than his dad did, because Meadowbrook just didn't throw it when Steve played back in the 90s.
I think the only people threw it back in the 90s was the River Pilots.
Yeah, there weren't too many. They'll run and shoot. Here comes Haley Arnold on to try to make her second one on the night. Low snap, handled by Lowry, and it's going to be a low kick. So with 5:04 left in the second quarter, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 13-7. You are listening to and watching MBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
There's something about a fresh haircut from the friendly, skilled stylists at Great Clips that just makes life, well, greater. The sun shines brighter, your step feels springier, even your jokes are funnier. And the best part? When you use Great Clips online check-in, you can get in for a haircut without having to rearrange your day or your budget. Download the app today and start feeling that much greater in just a few taps. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school football. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, cabin, seasonal home, a garage, or even farm equipment, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website, patronsbuckeye.com.
Valentine Insurance kickoff, and it's an onside kick, and I think Meadowbrook may have recovered that ball, and they did. The Colts come up with a football. They usually,
that a little bit ago.
Yeah, they usually fake that onside kick. This time they didn't fake it. That was a perfect kick by Clendenning, and it looked like 3 guys could have had it for Meadowbrook. I'm not sure who came up with it, but I know Meadowbrook came up with it.
Crooksville looked like they're in position to make the recovery, and nobody really wanted to get
Nobody went after it. We also have an announcement to make. Justice Huey has just passed Davis Black as the all-time leading passer in Meadowbrook history. So congratulations to Justice Huey, Meadowbrook's all-time leading passer.
And that's quite an accomplishment, because Davis Black had quite a career here at Meadowbrook.
Justice has a lot to go left. So here comes Burris on the reverse, the lefty. Oh, and he gets thrown down to the ground viciously by number 4, Hunter Hurst. That was going to be a double reverse pass where Jacob Burris, the lefty, rolls to his left, and nobody was there except 2 ceramic defenders. So that's going to be a loss of just 2, though, on the play. Burris comes out. Braylon Lowry subs in. Meadowbrook throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him right now, and seems to be working. Braden Black back in. He's got room up the middle. He picks up 14. First down, Meadowbrook. That's a WB Green Insurance first down. Gets the ball down to the ceramic 34-yard line.
He was given a little break on that last possession by Snyder. And
he got his wind back.
Yeah, he did.
That's for sure. Another nice gain there by Braden Black. He picks up 5, takes it down to the 29-yard line. 2nd and 5. Meadowbrook working fast here, faster than I can talk. Huey in the gun, claps, takes a snap, fires one out here, and once again, I think they worked too fast.
They did.
Every time I've said that tonight, they get an illegal procedure call, and they just were not set. So that's going to bump it back to 2nd and 10. And that'll move it back to about the 34-yard line.
3 penalties for 20 yards on a night for the Colts. I tell you what, ideal situation for Meadowbrook now with 4 minutes to go. Take a little time off the clock and score right before the half, and don't give the Ceramics much time to answer.
And then you get the ball back.
You get the ball back
to start the second half.
So this is a big turning point right here. The Colts could really take control of this football game.
Colts may want to just take their time and run this thing, run that clock. This time they are Crooksville's jolly on the spot. They got Black for maybe a loss of 1 that time. And that was Jace Thompson on the stop for Crooksville.
So what do you think? The Colts in 4-down territory
right here? I think they are, yeah.
Crooksville 35?
Meadowbrook's in 4-down territory when they're near the 50, I believe. And that's a nice pass to Landon Kuhn, who's driving people right now, and boy,
It may not make a difference. He's really close to that
He's
first
really
down.
close. I think he's just short by about a yard, but that's a nice pickup of 11 for Landon Kuhn. This is the first year I've not called him Bailey Kuhn, his brother, so that's an improvement on my broadcasting part. 4th and 1, here go the Colts. They take a look over at the coach. Everybody's looking over to the sideline. Hand signals going left, hand signals going right. Huey Claps, takes it, hands it off to Black. Black's going to have the first down, and he gets it down to almost the 20-yard line. So first down, Colts, 2:43. Clock stopped to move the chains.
I'm old school. I still think in that situation with 1 yard to go, you get up under center.
Sneak it.
You know, yeah, and especially with the size of the
Yeah.
line that Meadowbrook
Yeah.
has in front there.
Do the old tush push.
It works for the Eagles.
The brotherly shove. So in motion went Lowry to the left. Huey spins the ball, flips it out to Seedor just over his head again. So Colts took a shot there on first down. But they have plenty of time. 2:27 left here before half. They lead Crooksville 13-6. Mike Snively and Mike Podlasiak. Mike and Mike with you tonight. We're on WWKC 104.9 FM. If you're driving down the interstate, listen in, tune in. If some of you might be watching YRP TV, but it'd be a good night to be sitting by a campfire and tuning in. Pistol formation here. Hand off to Black. Black's got some room up the middle, and it looked like he got tripped up inside the 15. So that's going to bring up about 3rd and a long 4. And once again, Colts in no hurry here. In fact, they may want to run some play clock here.
Definitely 4-down territory right here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Huey shifts Black from the left to the right. Handoff, no fake handoff. Huey's got great time. Wide, and that's a nice play. Landon Kuhn had it knocked away at the last minute by Kyle Lane.
That's a great defensive play by Lane.
It was a very good, and guess what grade he's in? A freshman. That's a
They've
a
got
big
a lot
play
of young
for
kids on that team.
They do. They have a lot of good young talent. I tell you, that facility down there at Crooksville's top notch. They also have an indoor facility down there.
Really?
I was talking to the coaches before the game, yeah. So Colts are going to go 4th and a long 4. Huey rolls to the left, throws it. And he just couldn't pull it in. It was intended for Kuhn. Maybe a catchable ball, maybe not, but when you're rolling to your left, Plaz, and you're right-handed quarterback, you got to flip those hips, and you're more accurate.
Yeah, he didn't get the shoulders turned, and the ball was just a little bit low. It's a catchable ball. It had been a tough catch.
It would have been a tough catch. Nonetheless, 1:49 left before half. Crooksville's going to take over on downs here, deep inside their territory at their own 15-yard line. And you can tell I'm trying to read some body language down there. Huey's talking to a couple people, just trying to, go over some X's and O's there, and being a leader, taking coaching like he's supposed to. So the all-time leading passer showing some leadership skills. Crooksville has some room here, and that's big number 20, Cam Potter. He picks up 12. One thing I've noticed about these, both teams tonight, they got some hard running inside the tackles. But I think one thing Meadowbrook defense has to do, they have got to contain Brayson Hill because he just outran everybody on his long touchdown run. And we're going to have a timeout, Crooksville. We'll take 30 with him with 1:33 left before half. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 13-6. You are listening to and watching MBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client. You're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Back here at Meadowbrook, little Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. This song stolen from Queens Under Pressure, but nobody seems to realize that. Crooksville trying to get on the board here. before halftime. They trail the Colts by 7 points, but they got a long way to go. Ball on their own 27-yard line. Brayson Hill under center, hands it to Potter. Potter to the left, goes to the left, has a little bit of room, and he is going to be tackled, but they say he's in bounds. So Potter's taken down at the 32-yard line. Gain of about, well, let's see where they mark him, 5. Clock's still running. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. That doesn't seem right, Glass.
Crooksville has used at least 2.
That's what I thought. They must not have updated on the scoreboard. Throw out there, and a long throw out there, and a completion for about 10 yards to Hunter Hurst. Crooksville was on the left hash. Hill throws it all the way to the Crooksville sideline, completes it to Hurst. That's going to be a first down, Ceramics, and stops the clock with 1:03. Trips to the left here for Crooksville. Single receiver to the right. Hill pump fakes, throws another long pass. Did he? That would have been an amazing catch by Hurst that time. Good coverage there by Will Smalley.
Just he didn't get turned around. He didn't see
no,
the ball.
Smalley was right on him. Yeah, he was on.
Couldn't have been in better position.
You're right. Now, and I think that surprised everybody, including Hurst, the receiver.
Well, he put the ball right on the money. Yeah. Good throw there.
Another long throw across the field. So now we're starting to see the arm talent of Brayson Hill.
He threw for a little over 1,100 yards last year as just a freshman.
Just a freshman. So this year in his 10th grade season. Quick throw out here, and this is well read. And that time, Smalley was all over it. Crooksville's going to use a timeout. We'll just keep it here. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13. On the catch there was Gage Love. He's a 5'10 junior for this Ceramic football squad. Want to thank our sponsors. Go over that list here during this timeout. Valentine Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Co-op, Action Total Staffing of Zanesville, Great Clips of Zanesville, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Doane Ford, People's Bank, Bicon Services, Rogers Company, Bruner Land Company, and Shriver's Pharmacy. And that's a good thing when you got a lot of sponsors. The interest is there.
Yeah, sure.
And we're lucky in this area that ABC provides this. It's a top-notch broadcast. If they could just find top-notch broadcasters.
They're still looking.
They're still looking. They're still applying. We cannot find them, so they throw us 2 yahoos up there. Hill deep, goes back deep, and this is probably going to be intercepted, incomplete. So that was good coverage out there by Aiden Farrell. Aiden says incomplete, and it was incomplete, and Hill tried to get everything. Now this is going to be interesting because you still leave 38 seconds left for Meadowbrook. Crooksville has to punt it from their own territory, and it's 4th and 13. Back deep for Meadowbrook in the punt return will be Braylon Lowry, and Michael Ray was back. Now he's coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to block this thing, Plas.
Well, and remember, the punter, Brody Cottrell, is also a quarterback. I thought maybe they were thinking possible fake right there.
Lowry does field it, runs backwards, but great coverage there by Crooksville. A host of Ceramics there, including Cam Potter. And turn around, buddy, so I can see your number. Jacob Nelson. Good job, Jacob.
I think if I'm Coach Norman right now, I'm going to take this to the halftime at 13-6.
You get the
especially
ball.
Since I get the ball start right the second half.
The last thing you want to do, Plas, is screw around and turn it over.
Yeah, because they're down at their own 24-yard line to start this drive.
With that being said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Huey go deep. But they are 5 wide. Now they bring in the running back, Nick Norman at running back. He's blocking, and we got a screen to Norman. That was kind of that's a good play call. It just did not work out because there was a plethora of O-linemen outnumbering the Ceramic defenders out there on the left flat.
Well, you did your homework. Plethora. I'm impressed.
I can't spell it. But I can say it.
Did they use those kind of words down at Powhatan?
I must have heard that on Siri or something. I don't know. Google must have been teaching me something one day. Claps, throws it out to Cedar. Cedar's got some space, and he's
got a first down.
First down. Let's see if Meadowbrook uses a timeout. It's a pickup of about 13, 14 for Bentley Cedar. Here comes Meadowbrook. They're hurrying up. They still have 2 timeouts. 12, 11, 10. It's ticking, and they took a lot of time right there. 6 seconds. Huey's going to go deep, and nobody home, just going deep. So that's going to leave 1.7 seconds left on the clock before half. So let's see what the Colts decide to do here. Basically, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys are going to be deep for real deep for the Ceramics. They're in full prevent mode. And let's see what the Colts draw up here offensively with 1.7 seconds left. Entering the game will be Braden Black. He's coming in. Could we see another screen? Could we just see a run?
And the Ceramics definitely in prevention mode.
Yeah, basically 5 guys deep. 2 guys are real deep. Huey takes a snap. They throw it to Braden Ladder. It's going to be hook and ladder. Here it comes anyway to Nick Norman. And Lowry just couldn't get it. There's just too many deep Ceramics. So, but a good half of football here we've seen tonight at Eugene Capers Field on the campus of Meadowbrook High School. At halftime, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 13-6. Plaza's my stat man. He's figuring some things out, and then we're going to talk about some other football things and doings going around the area and the United States for that matter. NFL, NCAA, a little bit of everything coming up at halftime. So, halftime score, Meadowbrook 13, Crooksville 6. You're listening to and watching MBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Welcome to the ABC Sports Halftime Show, a full slate of games, Brett. Tonight we've got 5 games on the family of ABC stations. The game that I'm doing, Coshocton at John Glenn on YRP TV. Now, John Glenn, they finally lost their first game Saturday, but they're trying to get back on the winning track. This is only the 5th time that these 2 schools have played. Coshocton won the first 2 meetings, 1922 and 1923, but John Glenn has won the last 2 in 2022 and also 2023. So 20-7 and 30-7. We've also got a game on WILE.
Yes, we do. That is the Ward Warriors coming up from Vincent. They're taking on the Cambridge Bobcats. Cambridge looking for their first win on the year. They didn't have very much success in that Guernsey County Super Bowl backyard rivalry, but they are trying to get that first win. Warren, 2-1 on the year, looking to keep their momentum moving, pick up hopefully a pretty decent win against the Bobcats tonight.
Also over on KC 105 and YRP TV, we've got the Crooksville Ceramics, undefeated Crooksville Ceramics, Brett, at Meadowbrook, who's 1-2. It's only the 5th game between these schools. I thought they might have played a little bit more than that, but Meadowbrook has won all 4 of these games. And then last year, Meadowbrook won a tight one at Crooksville, 24-21. And then we've also got just a radio game tonight too, Brett, in Caldwell at Monroe Central.
Yes, down in Woodsfield, we have Caldwell, who is coming off of a pretty decent win against Wellsville. They opened up their game at home. Not many games for Caldwell at home this year, but they had a pretty commanding win against Wellsville. Just like every other game last week, had some weather, but hey, we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Yes.
And they are playing against an undefeated, Monroe Central team that has looked really good this year.
Monroe Central's looking to be one of the top dogs.
This matchup, we're going to see how this turns out, but I think we have a pretty good matchup in hand.
And then our last game we've got tonight, Sheridan, 1-2 on the season at Maysville, also 1-2, and that's on Nash Icon 98.5 and 107.9 and YRP TV.
That's where I'm at tonight,
YouTube.
Dave.
All right. Sheridan, they have dominated this matchup with Maysville. They've won 44 of the 59 games the 2 schools have played, and they've won the last 9 matchups in a row against the Maysville Panthers. Now, last year the Generals shut out the Panthers 48-0, so I'm looking for that probably to continue on. Sheridan, not as strong as they have been, but physically they're going to get it together. They're going to start playing better. I look for Sheridan to right the ship here. Now, coming up next, a new feature on the show. We're going to try to interview a coach each week. This week, I got Matt Edwards to join us from John Glenn, his 10th year at John Glenn. Overall, he's 57-44. So right after the commercial break, you'll hear my interview with Coach Matt Edwards from John Glenn on the ABC Sports Halftime Show.
AVC Communications is your one-stop destination for all your marketing and communication needs. Whether you are a small business or a large corporation, our expert team specializes in creating customized solutions that drive results. From radio advertising and digital marketing to graphic design and event promotions, we've got the tools to make your brand stand out. Locally owned and operated, AVC Communications is dedicated to helping you connect with your audience and grow your business. Trust us to take your marketing to the next level.
We're welcoming Coach Matt Edwards from John Glenn to the AVC Sports Halftime Show. Coach Edwards, his 10th season here at John Glenn. He's a Muskingum alum. I've got to throw that one in there. Coach, you know, a lot of people forget, when you're the head coach, you're in charge of the whole program, not just coaching the varsity team. So what's something that you try to instill in your program all the way through?
Well, you know, one of the things that we were, pretty determined to get done was that there was some consistency with our mini muskie programs and our high school and our middle school programs with regards to the offenses we ran, the defenses we ran. So one of the other things I'm very blessed with is some of my former players are now on those staffs, so they're familiar with the offense and defense we ran. So, you know, we're really happy with grades 2 through 12, you know, kind of being on the same page. So that when they get to us, you know, they've been running our system for a few years. That's important.
I think that consistency throughout is just it's huge for any head coach in any program, really, especially football too. Okay, so 2-1 going into week 4 here. Tough loss, which ended up being Saturday. And personally, I thought you guys that was probably the best decision because a lot of games didn't end until really late. So, I mean, getting the whole game in on Saturday, but still, that was a tough loss. What goals do you have set for your team the rest of the way? Because there's a lot of football left here.
Yeah, we're going to build on that. You know, I thought Indian Valley was exactly what we thought, which is really, really good. I know they have really high expectations over there, and they expect to win a lot of ball games. And we felt like we were in the game for the most part. And that was a good test for us. Weeks 1 and 2, the scoreboard took care of itself a little bit. We weren't really tested. Our guys didn't get to play a full 4 quarters, and you know we were really hoping that week 3 was going to tell us more than we had found out the first 2 weeks, and we felt like it did. Plenty of things to build on, offensively and defensively, and you know our mantra here has been the same since I took over. We're better today than we were yesterday, and you know we're hoping week 4 we'll play better than what we did week 3.
Well, we're talking to you here on a Tuesday afternoon, and in the grand scheme of a practice week from Monday leading up to the game on Friday night, what does that look like for you guys?
We may do things a little bit differently. Tuesdays is our biggest work day of the entire week. We're kind of light on Monday. We're really light yesterday because we had one less day of recovery.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
You know, it's amazing. We are very schedule oriented, and you know our guys having one less day, they really felt still sore and stuff yesterday. So we were really light yesterday, but Tuesday typically is a really big work day for us, and then Wednesday is kind of a fine tune, and then we get to Thursday, we're back in kind of just helmets and shoulder pads, just really working on our game plan and making sure everybody knows what we're doing, and you know, getting ready for Friday. So Tuesday is the work day though.
Yeah. So it's my first John Glenn game of the year. I've got the game this week. Got Coshocton right here on this field. What would we expect to see out of you guys offensively and defensively this week?
Same thing you've seen for 10 years. You know,
I was going to say, it's probably not going to change much.
Yeah, that's again, my staff and I have been together pretty much the whole time through offensively. This year, you know, we're built to run the football up front, 4 senior linemen. You know, got all of our tailbacks back. Owen has taken over at quarterback and has done a really nice job of being a point guard for us and distributing the football. And we've probably thrown the ball a little bit more than we have the last couple of years, but only because that's what the defense has given us.
Right.
A lot of our throws have been runs that were called that Owen is now seeing the box and making good decisions there. So you may see us throw it a little bit more than we have in the past. And defensively, Coach Bendel he hasn't changed in 10 years. We're going to line up in a 3-4 defense, and you know, we've done a really nice job lately of stopping the wing tee, and you know, I expect us to do the same thing this Friday.
Well, you know, Coshocton, they've struggled. They've really had trouble putting points on the board. What's one thing you really think you need to take away from them on Friday?
Obviously, you know, anytime a team is struggling to score points, you got to eliminate their big plays.
Right.
If you make them put together long drives, high school kids tend to make mistakes along the way, and as long as we can avoid, you know, these big 1-play or 2-play touchdowns, you know, and make them earn everything, that'll be a good goal for our defense.
Well, I certainly appreciate what you do, because I was just telling our camera guy here, Bryce, that you know you're a teacher. You've got to teach all day. You got to be the CEO of the football program. You've got family. How do you balance all that stuff?
Number one, it starts with a wife that's very supportive.
Got to have those.
She lets me do what she's let me do this now for 22 years, and you know, very, very grateful for that. And you know, Football is actually my least busy time of year, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Having 2 kids, I have a junior and an 8th grader now. They both play football, so we're always on the same schedule.
Right.
And, being able to spend a lot of time together during the season because of football. But then once we get to the next part, I have a son that wrestles. I have a son that plays baseball, another one that plays baseball. It feels like out of season, I'm way more busy traveling than I am
Going
in
to
season.
see the kids,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, spending time and being a parent and, being a father is it's challenging sometimes. But, again, the support of the family and both of my kids being on board with football and my wife understanding she married a coach.
Yeah.
Been very grateful.
Well, we really appreciate you joining us, taking the time out of your day. I know you got practice coming up. We appreciate that, and good luck to you this Friday night. And thanks for Coach Edwards for joining us on the AVC Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back to the AVC Sports Halftime Show. And again, we certainly appreciate Coach Matt Edwards taking time out of his schedule to meet with us. And we interviewed him over at school Tuesday, so we appreciate him joining us. Now, last week, the big winner was the weather and all the football games in the area. Philo did get their first win of the season as they beat Maysville 27-17. And, of course, and I could say all of these were rain delayed, or I shouldn't say rain delayed, but lightning delayed.
Every single one, Dave.
Caldwell, they are 2-1. Now they beat Wellsville 43-0. Buckeye Trail, they lost a tough one to Barnesville. Barnesville, again, a really strong season so far. They're 3-0.
Yes.
Barnesville won that one 47-8. And as Brett mentioned earlier, the Guernsey County Super Bowl went to the Meadowbrook Colts as they beat Cambridge 46-0. Now, John Glenn, I think probably they might have made the smartest decision along with Indian Valley. They just canceled and said, let's play Saturday. And Indian Valley ended up winning that game 41-26. The game started at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. And then another big game in our area, Tri-Valley beat State Power Clinton Massey 14-13. That's a huge win for them. And Zanesville fell to 0-3 on the season as they fell to Newark in that knock-nurk game, which they didn't knock-nurk that time, 35-15. Now, we've got a full schedule of games again next week on our family of stations and YRP TV, and Brett is going to fill us in on those.
Absolutely. So don't go anywhere next week. 5 games just as this week on
Again,
our
5.
family of stations and yourradioplace.com. WBNV, we have the Union Local Jets making the trip to Sayersville. They'll play the Zeps.
The Zeps.
Yes, that'll be
One
on
of my
radio.
favorite nicknames.
And then we have Blair. They're coming over to Cambridge. They're taking on, that'll be a good matchup that's been happening a handful of years. It's not in Bel Air, and it's not on a Saturday.
Yeah.
However, no more Saturdays in Bel Air.
Right,
They
they've
have
got lights.
But this is at McFarland Stadium in Cambridge. That'll be available on WI Elite, YRP TV, on yourradioplace.com as well. Over on Nash, pretty big game coming up. The Generals, Sheridan Generals, are taking on the John Glenn Muskies in John Glenn.
That's going to be a big game in the
yes,
NVL
that'll
Big
be
School,
on
definitely.
Nash Icon 98.5 107.9. You can check that out. YourRadioPlace.com has the links for all of these as well.
Right.
Meadowbrook will take the trip over to the power plant. I don't know if they call the football stadium the power plant, but
Sam Hatfield Stadium. There you
we
go.
were just there.
We were just there
last week. It was a pretty fun game. But the Colts take on the Electrics that week. That'll be on KC 105 and YRP TV. And finally, a video-only game, YRP TV only. Again, yourradioplace.com has all of these games, video, radio, you name it. You go there, you find it. It is the Coshocton Redskins facing off against the Maysville Panthers. A little MVL battle going on. Same with, Meadowbrook Philo, Sheridan, John Glenn, you name it.
MVL football
MVL
on our family of stations.
But
certainly
that is going on next week.
Sure, and a shout out to all the athletic directors and athletic personnel that make us feel comfortable when we're out broadcasting. The Philo people were so great with us Friday night, working through a bad situation, multiple delays, and they were certainly entertaining with their video board down there.
Oh, yeah.
The staff at Maysville, they've been outstanding with us as well, so we certainly appreciate them, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in to the AVC Sports Halftime Show.
Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts!
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
Protect what matters most with Valentine Insurance right here in Cambridge. Whether it's your home, car, or business, our team is dedicated to finding the perfect coverage to fit your needs. We understand the importance of peace of mind, and we're here to make sure you're prepared for life's unexpected moments. With local expertise and personalized service, you can trust Valentine Insurance to keep you covered. Stop by or give us a call today at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
You okay?
Sorry, I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Welcome back, everybody. We are halftime here in Byesville at Eugene Capers Field, where the Meadowbrook Colts are enjoying a 7-point lead, 13-6 over Crooksville. We are here at halftime. It's Mike Snively and Mike Podlasiak. Now taking the controls are Gino Riley. He's going to be our producer. Excellent job by Bryce Haynes in that first half, and Abby Garrett's on our camera. So let's go over scoring here in the first half. With 9:56 left in the first quarter, Nick Norman caught a 24-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey. And the point after touchdown kick was good by Haley Arnold with 2:37 left in the first quarter. Crooksville's Brayson Hill electrified the crowd with a 63-yard run. The point after touchdown kick failed, blocked. That made it 7-6 after one. And then just the one lone score in the second quarter where Nick Norman caught an 8-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey. That pass made Justice Huey the all-time leading scorer, all-time leading passer at Meadowbrook, where he overtook the reins from Davis Black not too long ago. Davis Black threw for 4,954 yards. And I want to thank our Meadowbrook historian, Kirby Graham, for updating me on a lot of career passing records and stats, and Kirby has always been my guy at Meadowbrook.
Well, he's spent a lot of time over the years compiling all the stats and does a great job.
He's good, and he's back here to listen. And thanks a lot again, Kirby, for sending us some information there. And Kirby's just like the guy. As you said, he's the guy, and we're very lucky to have him here in the Meadowbrook community. So we'll go over a couple more career stats and records there that Kirby has provided us later on in this broadcast. But 13-6, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville. We were listening to the smooth sounds of the Meadowbrook Colt Marching Band under the direction of Director Ricky Harvey. Plaz, let's hit some first half stats if you don't mind.
First of all, the Colts again, who lead here at halftime 13-6. First half, they ran the ball 18 times for 94 yards. The leading ball carrier in the first half for the Colts was Braden Black, the 195-pound junior. He ran the ball 14 times for 72 yards. Crooksville, on the other hand, ran it 16 times for 146 yards. Brayson Hill, the leading ball carrier, 6 carries, 98 yards. And again, the big carry in the first half, the 63-yard touchdown run by Brayson Hill there late in the first quarter. Through the airways, Justice Huey, again, the record setter quarterback for the Colts, was 18 of 29 in the first half, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a key there, no interceptions. Brayson Hill, the sophomore quarterback for the Ceramics, only 3 of 7 for the airways, 31 yards, no touchdown, no interception. The Colts lead by almost 100 yards, total yards at the half, 274 to 177. The Colts had 14 first downs in the first half as opposed to only 5 for the Ceramics. The Colts were penalized just 3 times for 20 yards. 2 of those illegal procedure penalties where they just got a little bit too fast.
Yep.
Good, yeah. The Ceramics only penalized 1 time, 5 yards, so pretty clean first half.
Pretty clean.
For both teams. The key, I think, in the first half is the Colts did not turn the ball over at all. The Ceramics turned the ball over 2 times, both of those fumbles.
Yeah, and I think that was huge. Two times first 3 plays, as you said. Just those are kind of deal breakers sometimes, but Crooksville's hung in there, and we're going to have ourselves a good battle here in the second half. This game we thought was going to be competitive like it was last year, and it is competitive. So we also have the Bradley lending team with First Ohio Home Finance scoreboard update. And Plaz, what do we got update-wise?
Let's look at a couple other MVL scores here, and most of these are pretty much halftime scores. The Generals of Sheridan lead Maysville at the half, 21-0. Boy, big game over at Zanesville. New Lex 21 over West Muskingum 14.
That's the game of the night in the MVL.
I'm telling you what a game that would be. Other MVL scores, the Electrics having no trouble tonight with the Black Bears of Riverview, 40-0. The Electrics lead. John Glenn over Coshocton at the half, 28-7. Tri-Valley having no trouble at all again tonight, 51-0 over the Raiders of Morgan in half. I think that's maybe all for the MVL scores. Just some other scores of local interest. Being from Caldwell, big game over Woodsville tonight. Also haven't been a Monroe or Woodsville graduate.
Right.
The Seminoles of Monroe Central lead Caldwell tonight 28-13.
That's kind of a surprising score.
It is. I really thought that'd be maybe a little more competitive. I mean, I know the Seminoles are undefeated. I think the Redskins have played maybe a little tougher schedule here in the early going. But
Coach Calder seems to have them on the right track, but Coach Jason Rucker's done a great job with that Caldwell program as well. Not Jason Rucker. Yeah, Chance Rucker.
Chance Rucker, yeah.
His brother, or his uncle.
Well, Jason, his uncle, is the offensive coordinator.
I was close.
And his dad, now you got me thinking. Shane Rucker is the defensive coordinator, so it's
old man Rucker.
It's a family affair. The Cadets of Fort Fry lead Waterford, a big rivalry there, 20-0 at the half.
Right across the river, right?
Yeah, really, yes. I'm telling you what, those two teams do not like each other at all. Buckeye Trail with an early 8-6 lead over the Zeps of Shenandoah.
That's a big rival that needs to be played every year, and I still think it is.
It is. You know, it was a shame, having been a PVC person all my life, I hated to see Trail leave the PVC years ago because that was kind of like the start of the downfall, the demise of the league. Local interest, too, for me, Union Local Jets, who I have a great nephew that plays for them. They came in tonight 3-0. They lead Harrison Central early on 28-0.
They must be the real deal. And by the way, Union Local has a graduate that's the starting right tackle or left tackle
right
for the
tackle
right
for the
tackle
49ers.
for the 49ers.
Yeah. Colton McKivitz.
Colton McKivitz, the WVU boy.
Exactly. You had to throw that WVU in there too, didn't you?
Oh, I had to. Yes.
I tell you what, the team that I really think is the real deal in the area, besides St. Clairsville, is Barnesville. And they, at the half, lead Buckeye Local 50-0.
And they are in this region too, Division 5, Region 19. And I'm telling you, this division, that's a team, Barnesville, that it could be destined to win it. But you got teams like Harvest Prep who are in it, who beat Division 1 Pickerington Central, who's really good.
And Colonel Crawford's in there.
Colonel
They got a
Crawford,
very nice team.
Ironton is outstanding, and then Wheelersburg was 0-3, and you know they're always good. So, all right, so we had a number change here. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Now it goes back
we heard
to what
number
it
change.
started,
Now we're going back to, what number was he to begin with? 84? Okay.
And one other score that, a game that both of us would have liked to have seen tonight, Indian Valley and Dover, two very good teams in the area, are tied at the half, 21-all.
I bet there's 20,000 people at that game.
Oh,
okay. And there was a bad, and I don't know if that was planned or not, Plaz, on the Valentine kickoff, but it was basically a pop-up to the front line of Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook could not handle it, and it turns into an onside kick where Crooksville recovers the football.
And I think that was Case Hendershot looked to be the Meadowbrook player out there. I thought he had it under control, but evidently.
I think it was Javon Black.
Okay.
Javon Black, yes. And
my mistake.
And, you're not expecting it. I do not know if that was intentional or unintentional, but nonetheless, here come the Ceramics. And now we have a flag, and that's going to be a substitution penalty, illegal substitution. Crooksville had guys running on the field probably too late and probably surprised that they were on offense so fast. So they subbed in too late. That's going to move them back 5. So that's going to bring up first down and 15 from the Meadowbrook 48. So Crooksville's still in great field position. This time, very tight formation here by Crooksville. Brayson Hill takes the snap. Elusive enough, gets outside. He picks up the penalty yardage and more. Let's see where they mark him. And they're going to give him about 5, so he must have went out of bounds earlier than I anticipated. Play on the other side of the field. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Ceramics.
Boy, he came in tonight being more known for his passing abilities.
Right.
He's been an impressive runner tonight. I've got him 7 carries for 103 yards already.
And it looks like they want to play in his phone booth. They just want to smack you in the mouth, and they do it again. And here goes Brayson Hill, and he's loose. He's to the 20, and he is fast. He is gone. That is a 43-yard touchdown run by Brayson Hill, 17 seconds in to the third quarter. So that's going to bring the Ceramics within 1 point, pending this extra point. And I'll be interested to see if Crooksville does decide to go for 2 here. So what an electrifying player that Brayson Hill is. That's his second long jaunt tonight. And Hill cuts this to a 1-point game, and it looks like the Ceramics are going to put it on the right hash and go for 2. Try to take the lead here. So these conversions are huge, Plaz.
I wouldn't be afraid to let Brayson Hill just keep the ball
Keep running. And they've tightened up their formation and decided we're going to run,
It's almost like a power eye look.
Yeah, they got him in a shotgun. They got a wing. They got a tight end, and here he goes again, and he's in. He is in pretty easily.
Almost untouched, yes.
Off the right side. That gives Crooksville a 14-13 lead here just early in the third quarter. 11:43 left. You're listening to and watching MBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Looking to boost your career or find top talent for your team? Action Total Staffing has you covered. Whether you're job hunting or hiring, our expert team connects the right people with the right opportunities. Locally owned and operated since 1994, we are located at 2239 Maple Avenue in Zanesville. Call us at 740-450-8411 or visit our website at actiontotalstaffingohio.com. Job opportunities in Zanesville, Frazeysburg, Coshocton, Cambridge, and Byesville. Stop in and get your career in gear at Action Total Staffing.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life.
Back here at Meadowbrook, Mike Snively, Mike Podlasiak. Crooksville right out of the chutes in the second half recovers a possibly unintentional onside kick And several plays later, Brayson Hill breaks off a 43-yard run, and then they go for 2, and Brayson Hill goes in untouched. Now they lead Meadowbrook 14-13. Here's the Valentine kickoff by Hunter Hurst, fielded by Aiden Farrell, and Farrell's going to be stacked up inside the 25-yard line, and Uncle Momentum has shifted here a little bit.
I would say that touchdown has the momentum definitely on the side of the Ceramics. You know, right before the half, Mike, we thought that the Colts were ready to take over control of this football game. Didn't come up with a score. We knew they were getting the kickoff to start the second half. Onside kick, and 17 seconds into the second half, they're down a point.
Well, you know what good teams do in this situation. They respond. So let's see what the Colts do here. Plenty of time. We got a lot of game left here at Meadowbrook. It is completely dark. The lights are shining down here. Friday night lights here in Byesville. Huey's going to be in the pistol. He's got Braden Black behind him. Sends Lowry in motion to the left to make trips to the left side. And it's going to be a quick throw out here to Seedor. Seedor catches it. He's up to the 25. Trucks a guy, and he's going to be thrown out. Maybe a late hit. Let's see what they call here. Nothing.
The official quit looking at the play. I think if he'd have watched it all the way through, he might have thrown a flag right there.
Really good effort by Bentley Seedor, the sophomore. Picks up 5. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Meadowbrook heading from left to right on your radio dial. Same formation almost without the motion. Black behind Huey. Black takes it up the middle, picks up about 2, and that's going to bring up probably 3rd and a long 3 here. 3rd and maybe 4 for the Colts.
Well, you know what? I know we're early in the 3rd quarter, but I think this is a crucial play right here for Meadowbrook.
I agree.
If they don't pick up a first down, they're going to turn the ball right back over to the Ceramics, who have a lot of momentum on their side right now.
Yeah, you just wonder what it does to the mental psyche of a team. Hand off to Black. Black does not squirt through, and he's going to be stuffed. He's going to be short. Big play there by big number 50 for Crooksville, Jace Thompson. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. Now, Meadowbrook's notorious for lining up. Let's see if they try to get the Crooksville defensive line to jump.
They were able to do that one time earlier there in the first half.
And there's the hard count. They did not jump. In fact, Crooksville doesn't even look ready. Now's the time you might want to snap it. Well, let's see what they do. Huey does take the snap, throws it out, quick one to Seedor. Seedor's going to have the first down, but he's still bullying people around out there.
That's a good effort there by Seedor. They're in the right flat.
Seedor, for a sophomore, he was a man-child as a freshman, and he's just going to get bigger and better, and that was a nice effort there by Seedor. Takes it out for a first down to the 40-yard line. Huey takes a snap, drops back, under pressure, throws it up for Kuhn, and another nice defensive play by number 5. And we had a net number change. That's Riley Wagner.
Yeah.
Riley Wagner, who changed his number, and looks like Kuhn's shaken up a little bit. Maybe limping, or maybe he just had a shoe issue. But that's the second time Kuhn has had it in his hands, but it's been knocked out by a Crooksville defender.
And again, Wagner, the defender on the play, just a sophomore also. They've got a lot of freshmen sophomores on that football team.
Future bright down there in Crooksville. Named after Joseph Crooks, who put the post office in the 1800s, and they just called it Crooksville. There's a nice hole there for Braden Black. He gets stung early, but he's able to get about, and there's some heads dinging out there, and I think number 35, that's Aiden Harper. Got his bell rung a little bit. He came up from his free safety spot, put his hat on Black's hat, and they collided. Harper shakes it off. He's back in. Quick throw out here to get the Seedor. 3rd time we've seen it this series.
I think they're going to give him enough for a first down.
That's a nice pitch, easy pitch and catch there, Plaz.
They're going to give it to you. Continue to take it till they show that they can stop it.
6-yard pickup. So that takes the Colts into Ceramic territory at the 49-yard line. Hand off to Black again. He's got 5. He's got 6. He's still driving. And there's all kind of people down here on the pile. He picks up at least 6. So Braden Black starting to pick up some yards here in this game. Colts trying to establish that run game. In the Meadowbrook games that they lost, they had basically 0 yards rushing. In the games that they're in or win, they have 200 yards rushing. So let's see how this transpires. Black again.
Boy, nice
finds
cut back
a hole.
inside by Black.
Very nice 9-yard pickup. And meticulously, the Colts are marching again.
You said the mark of a good team was a good response, and so far the Colts are showing. Now they've got to finish it here, though.
Yeah,
they got to take this in the end zone.
Huge 4th down pickup by Seedor. Calm as a cucumber back there is Huey, but now he rolls out, and he's going to have somebody wide open. I believe that's Nick Norman. Nick Norman's down to the 5. He's going to be knocked out right about the 2-yard line. That was backyard football at its finest. Huey rolls to his left. Norman has to adjust his route, goes deep, and we have I think Norman either has a cramp, I can't tell, but he is hurt, and he was hit pretty good on that play. He's rolling around, and Nick has his helmet off. Let's see what happened here.
Hopefully that's nothing serious.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break here. Meadowbrook gets it down inside around the 2-yard line. Nick Norman is shaken up, one of the best receivers in Meadowbrook history, shaken up down in the end zone. We'll take a 30-second break. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Looking for reliability, style, and affordability? Look no further than Doan Ford's Ford Fiesta with a fuel-efficient 1.6-liter i4 engine and a smooth 5-speed manual transmission. It's perfect for city streets or open highways. Enjoy modern conveniences like power windows, locks, cruise control, and a rear-view camera for added safety. With low miles, this Fiesta is ready to roll for a very low cost. Visit Doan Ford today and drive away in style. Located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at doanford.com.
Back here at Meadowbrook, looks like Nick Norman is going to be okay. He's limping off the field, but he's got to come off for at least a play or two. Just to give you a little synopsis of Nick Norman, 2 seasons he's been either the number 5 and 6 leading receiver in school history. He's been the 2nd and 4th leading receiver for receptions in a season. He's number 1 in receiving yards with closing in on 2,000. He's number 1 in receptions with about 140 now. So, I mean, that's the caliber of player that was injured on that play, and he's down and on the sidelines. Trainer Mike Marston seems to be looking at a leg, maybe a cramp, not sure. Here come the Colts. Handoff. Huey kept it this time.
Nice play there defensively.
By number 84.
That's our man, Hunter Browning, who we thought had changed his number at the halftime.
Yeah. Hunter Browning, they told us change his number to 55 at halftime. And then they came back and said, nah, we're going to keep him at 84. But that's the first time we've seen Huey keep it. And
probably wish he'd have given it to Black.
Yeah, Braden Black may have scored, but loss of about 3. This time he does give it to Black. The Black stuffed. Stuffed there, maybe a yard. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. Clock ticking, 7:57. 3rd quarter. Colts trail Crooksville 14-13. Colts taking their time with this one. They want to make sure they get in the end zone. Now you got a lot of room out here to the right. The Colts could roll Huey to the right here if they want to throw. They feel like they're not having success running on those last 2 plays.
Again, we don't know where the play clock's at because the play clocks are down tonight.
There's a quick throw across the middle. Did he catch it? Touchdown!
Oh.
That was a great play.
Easy.
Landon Kuhn, who at the last minute became wide open on a slant pattern. Huey throws a dart, a 4-yard touchdown pass, and Landon bobbled it several times, had to go to the ground. Nonetheless, touchdown Meadowbrook. They take a 19-14 lead, and the Colts will line up for 2, where the Colts love to do some razzle-dazzle. Colton Snyder in at the running back. Just 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. They send Kuhn in motion. Now we got everybody over here to the right. They hand it to Snyder. Snyder's going to walk in.
Yeah.
Walk in for 2. And that's going to make it Meadowbrook 21. Crooksville 14 with 7:22 in the 3rd quarter. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Do you really think that an insurance company who promises quotes in a few minutes has your best interest in mind? Do they really know you and what coverages you need? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. We take time to learn about you and your insurance needs so you can feel comfortable that you're receiving the right coverages at the best possible prices. Find us on Facebook, stop by our office, or give us a call at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
So after a disastrous second half start for Meadowbrook, losing an onside kick, and Crooksville's Brayson Hill taking the ball right down Meadowbrook's throat. Meadowbrook comes right back, had to convert on a 4th down, made some tough plays, and they now take the lead over Crooksville after the 2-point conversion by Colton Snyder, 21-14. Colts line up like they're going to onside kick. This time I would assume Crooksville is ready this time. Clendenning kicks the Valentine kickoff. It's a short kick, taken by number 20, Cam Potter. Potter got a wall to the right, zigs and zags out here a little bit, and he's going to be slammed down. And look like the initial Landon Kuhn again. Landon Kuhn's everywhere tonight. And he's easy to spot because he wears that black cap on top of his helmet to protect from a baseball injury. So Landon having a fantastic evening tonight.
The Ceramics are still going to start with a real good field position from their own 42-yard line. And we're going to see if the Colts now can contain the quarterback, Brayson Hill, and his running ability.
Well, let's see if the Ceramics come out in that same formation. Yes, they do.
Why would you change it?
Yeah.
Because the Colts showed no ability to be able to slow it down there in the first possession.
It's in.
Oh, he's coming the other way, away from
cow,
the strength.
that was a.
Look at this.
Good, man, can he run? There goes Hill. I mean, Hill literally, Plaz. I didn't have words. I expected everything to go to the right. He goes to the left, opposite everybody, and picks up 45 yards on the left.
He went from 42, 38.
The math guy here.
Yeah, 38 and 846.
When you start crossing over the 50 and you got to kind of add backwards and everything else,
really,
you lose me. So, hey, Crooksville clear down to the Meadowbrook 21-yard line, all on the legs of Brayson Hill. This time Hill's in trouble. They've got him snuffed out this time, and Landon Kuhn and a host of other Cooper McMahon away. And we've got some people getting up late here, trying to see who that third defender is. Aiden Farrell, all 3 Colts there, hold Brayson Hill to a 1-yard gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the Meadowbrook 21-yard line.
Boy, that previous play there, what a great call there from Coach Van
Great
Meter.
call, and that was all speed.
Because they had run everything to the strength side.
Yeah.
And he just, everybody went to right except the quarterback.
And Meadowbrook had nobody home.
No.
And they hand it to Cam Potter. Cam Potter picks up a couple, but once again, good gang tackling. There are 11, at least 9, I should say, 9 of the 11 brown jerseys around the football. That's what you want as a defensive team. Potter picks up about 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from inside the Meadowbrook 20-yard line, about the 19.
Good job by Braylon Lowry, the cornerback on that side over there, containing the play and not allowing Potter to get outside.
Lowry, a junior, 5'11", 170. Here comes the formation again. This time the Colts are ready, opposite. The run comes from the backside, and nobody there. Colton Snyder's there.
Big time play made there by the sophomore.
Colton Snyder says, no, sir, not this time. So that's going to be a loss for the Ceramics. That's going to bring up 4th and 9. And
another
the
big
Ceramics
play in this
going to go
football
for
game,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, another big play. Now, we haven't seen Hill put it in the air very much at all in the second half. We know he has the arm. So let's see what recipe the offensive coordinator for the Crooksville Ceramics dials up here. 5:05 and ticking, 4th and 9. Cowbells out in Byesville. And there's a fumble. And it's supposed to be a play fake, but it hit the fullback in 77 for the Colts. Ethan Hetty, he comes up with the fumble. Colts take over on downs. Big play there, and that's just a mistake by Crooksville.
It looked like he was going to run a bootleg play.
It was
he
a
had
bootleg.
The ball out, but
hit the fullback.
It did hit him right in the hip.
And I don't think that was supposed to happen. And that's kind of similar to how last year's game ended.
Wow.
On the 2-yard line. So Colts back at it on offense on their own 25. Braden Black in it, running back. He picks up about 3. Black getting many carries tonight. About 2.5.
I've got him right now, 21 carries and right at the 100-yard mark.
So another that'd be 2 weeks in a row for Braden.
Again, he's just a 195-pound junior.
Huey takes a snap, hands it to Black. Black finds a crease. He's got some room. He's running a couple people over, and that is a gain of 12 for Braden Black. First down, Meadowbrook. Ball placed in the middle of the field right at the 40-yard line. Meadowbrook's going up-tempo. Out to Seedor. Seedor stiff arms a guy, goes forward. Another nice pickup of 8. Justice Huey to Bentley Seedor. And the train's running downhill for the Colts. Here they come again. They're going quick. Lyman trying to get set as fast as they can. Everybody's set for the Colts this time. Hand off to Black. Black, another good quality gain. First down, Meadowbrook, gain of 6. And you just wonder, is that big line for Meadowbrook?
Maybe starting to take its toll,
exactly.
You're right.
Starting to push that smaller Crooksville defense around a little bit.
That looks like a small college line out there that the Colts have.
They are huge.
They're huge.
They are huge. So Huey's going to have to wait for some people to get set. This time he gives it again to Black. Basically the same play 3 times in a row, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Gain of 4 for Braden Black. 2nd and 6. Colts now at the Ceramic 44-yard line on the right hash. Colts are heading from left to right on your radio dial. A little more patience this time with this snap. Huey. Quick pass. Oh, boy.
Oh, got away with one there.
Tried to hit Braden Lowry with a tight end dump there, and it went right through Gage Love's hands, I believe. But I don't think Gage Love was expecting to get hit in the head.
I think that was Brayson Hill.
Or that Brayson Hill, yeah, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe that's why he's quarterback. Doesn't have good hands.
Yeah, that could have got ugly for the Colts. Well, back to Seedor. Seedor this time. Crooksville does a pretty good job to the quick throw out there to Seedor. He picks up about 3, so that's going to bring up 4th and a long 3. Colts will line up to go for it, which they will go for it. We just do not know if they'll try the hard count here. And they do not. Quick throw over, and that's a nice catch there by number 13, Jacob Burris, right across the middle, hits that seam. And that's a nice gain there of more than 10 yards. So first down, Meadowbrook. Ball on the Ceramic 27-yard line. Hand off to Braden Black. Black stuffed up, picks up a couple. And this quarter's going fast, Plaz. We're already below 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Just because everything's run, or catch, infield of play, makes a big difference.
I should have taken my wife's shorthand class back in the day because I can't write quick
It's hard
enough.
to keep up with. And there's a throw out to Seedor down the right sideline, incomplete. Good coverage out there by number 5, and that was Riley Wagner. I'm sorry, that was number 3, Gage Love. Good football game, Plaz.
Oh, it's amazing. Fun to watch.
2 competitive teams going at it here in the small school division of the MVL. Trips to the left, low snap. Huey has no choice but to keep it, and he's going to maybe go for a touchdown, and he does. Justice Huey with a 25-yard bad snap running touchdown, which threw the timing off for the Crooksville defense and the Meadowbrook offense, but Huey kept calm and composed, runs it in untouched, 25 yards. Big score there by the Meadowbrook Colts. Haley Arnold brings the block out. Colts lead by 13. Try to get to a 14-point lead here. Braylon Lowry will hold for the right footer. Takes a 3-step drop. 2 to the left. Kick is up, good snap, and it's blocked. Number 9, Jacob Nelson, blocked that kick. So that's going to leave it a 13-point lead. Meadowbrook 27, Crooksville 14 with 1:58 left in the third quarter. You are listening to and watching NBL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Do you really think that an insurance company who promises quotes in a few minutes has your best interest in mind? Do they really know you and what coverages you need? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. We take time to learn about you and your insurance needs so you can feel comfortable that you're receiving the right coverages at the best possible prices. Find us on Facebook, stop by our office, or give us a call at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
Back to Meadowbrook, 1:58 here left in the third quarter. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 27-14, and this has been a fast-paced game. Plaz needs to learn some shorthand, he told me during the break, because this thing is going so fast you can't write fast enough. So.
Yeah, my wife, when she first started teaching, that's back when they still had shorthand.
Yeah.
I need her to teach me that if it's going to continue to be at this pace.
Yeah, I'm struggling keeping up just by talking about it. So Clendenning back to kick, tight formation, kickoff formation. Another short kick, fielded by Potter. Potter's going to the right wall, wall set up.
He's found the wall.
He gets a little bit, he does a good job, almost gets it to midfield for the Ceramics. So I'm going to guess the Ceramics have no quit in them, because I've watched them play 2 years now, and they just never usually give up. So
as long as you have the quarterback that they have, Brayson Hill, and controls,
you're always in it.
They can score very, very quickly.
Yeah, all it takes.
Surprisingly, it's been on the ground tonight and
ground.
Not through the air.
Right. 2 huge runs tonight by Brayson Hill. As we mentioned earlier, just a sophomore. Fantastic all-around athlete. Crooksville stays with this really tight formation. 3 backs in the backfield. Now we're going to throw it. They're going to throw it. And he's in trouble. But he makes the most of it. He's scrambling to the left. He's going to have a first down. He's inside the 40. Inside, geez, what a great athletic play there by Brayson Hill. That was supposed to be a throw to the right. Looked like a fish out of water when he got a little bit of pressure on him. And I think we're going to have somebody injured here on the play, and I can't tell. It's a Crooksville player, but another fantastic play. How long was that run, Plaz?
27 yards.
27-yard run, and that was all Brayson Hill.
Yeah, because they had him. He wanted to throw the football. They had him set up for a sack, and he somehow was able to avoid 2 or 3 defenders back there, and all on his own picked up 27 yards. So far tonight, I've got him 11 carries, 220 yards.
Wow.
2 touchdowns.
He's fast. He's elusive.
Yes.
He's scary. I mean, for defensive coordinators, he's scary. You have to have 2 or 3 guys on him.
And again, he came in tonight more known for his throwing abilities than his ability to run the football. But he's definitely shown tonight he can do both.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He's probably been the best athlete on the field tonight. Keeping Crooksville in this thing. We got like a little mini timeout here, and I don't know if this is for the injury or did somebody take a timeout here? Well, we'll just keep it right here. Plaz, we got a couple games this week I wanted to go over. Ohio State's on a bye week. They play Marshall next week on September 21st. Tonight is a game. People don't realize tonight's a good game. Arizona State at Kansas State. Have you seen the quarterback at Kansas State? The guy that took over for Will Howard?
I have not.
I'm wondering if Will Howard said
left for a reason.
Left for a reason. I think his name's Avery Johnson. He's got hair down. You can't even see his number. He's real thin. Looks like a broomstick on a diet. He's real thin, but he can run and he can throw. And then you got Alabama, Wisconsin's interesting to me. And I was talking to you earlier. I might go up to Pittsburgh tomorrow, watch the backyard brawl, or at least get in the parking lot and show my son some culture.
Yeah,
West Virginia and Pitt.
Yeah.
We'll hit some NFL games. Oh, and don't forget Muskingum. They play at home tomorrow against Otterbein. So here comes the play that they fumbled on earlier, the bootleg, and wide open inside the 10-yard line, all the way down to the 3-yard line, is Jacob Hammer. He hammered his way down inside the 5-yard line, and now we have an injury, and it might be Hammer. Now, I think, Plaz, we're starting to get some cramps. And here's my theory on this. These teams, Meadowbrook hasn't played a full game yet. Think about that. They get the running clock in all 3 games. And then you had breaks. You know, you had the lightning delay. Same with Crooksville. Crooksville's played. They had one running clock and 2 weather delays. So they're not used to playing 4 quarters of football.
And at the pace, throwing the pace that they're playing.
The pace they're playing, and it's still kind of warm outside. It actually feels great now, but yeah, the pickle juice needs to be flown on both sidelines if that's a thing. I just can't see myself getting a cramp, and the first thing I drink is pickle juice.
Oh, sweet pickle juice, man.
Ugh. Doesn't sound good. Something with electrolytes, they say. So Crooksville on the march again inside the Meadowbrook Colt 5-yard line, on the 3-yard line, right hash. Ceramics coming right back. It's been a great game here. Hills under center, takes it to the right. He's close. Let's see if he pushes the pile in. He's at least to the 1. Official marks him down right at the 1 on the right hash. 1:20 and ticking in the third quarter. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the same thing. Crooksville looks a little confused here. They do break the huddle. Same formation. Hill out shotgun, everybody to the right. You would think he's going to run this to the right. Nope, he hands off to Potter. Potter, let's see, touchdown. Crooksville, Cam Potter, 1-yard touchdown run, which closes the gap for the Ceramics. They trail Meadowbrook 27-20 pending an extra point, and we have another player down. And I'm not sure if that's Potter or not. I don't see a 20. And that could be Cam Potter, who's been a workhorse tonight, offensively and defensively. And this one may not be a cramp. I do see his legs moving. That's a great thing. I got the officials in my way. With 48 seconds left here, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout, but with 48 seconds left in the third quarter, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 27-20, pending the Crooksville extra point. You're listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Looking to boost your career or find top talent for your team? Action Total Staffing has you covered. Whether you're job hunting or hiring, our expert team connects the right people with the right opportunities. Locally owned and operated since 1994, we are located at 2239 Maple Avenue in Zanesville. Call us at 740-450-8411 or visit our website at actiontotalstaffingohio.com. Job opportunities in Zanesville, Frazeysburg, Coshocton, Cambridge, and Byesville. Stop in and get your career in gear at Action Total Staffing.
Back to Eugene Capers Field, Mike Snively and Mike Podlasiak calling the game for you on YRP TV and WKC. 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 27-20, pending the Crooksville extra point. We believe it's Cam Potter down on the field who just scored the touchdown. It's too far away. Plus we have officials standing in the way there, so hoping for the best. Looks like they're going to try to get him up. He does come to his feet on his own. There's a lot going on. No, that's a lineman.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was number, well, I swore it said 67, but I cannot tell who it is. So it looked like a lineman number, and I didn't have a 67 on the roster. So hopefully it is 67, Plaz, but like I said, do you see a 67 on your roster?
I do not.
Okay, so no 67, but best of luck to that young man. He did walk off on his own power. But that was a lineman for Crooksville. He seems to be okay. All right, so Crooksville's going to come in. They're going to line up for 2. This time they spread the field wide.
It's the first time we've seen this formation.
Yeah, look how this is going to be a quarterback draw or Potter up the middle. And that's why they're spread wide. This time they go in motion. No, Hill's in trouble. Cooper McManaway with a lot of pressure, and that pressure creates an errant throw and knocked down by the Meadowbrook secondary. I believe Aiden Farrell was there to knock it down.
It was.
So really good defensive play there by the Colts. We'll keep it right here until we kick it off here.
Well, good pressure put on by Cooper McManaway that time. He was like shot out of a cannon, and rushed made Hill kind of hurry that throw up.
No doubt about it. And
kind of surprised they threw the football.
I was too. I didn't think they would do
running
that.
It lately.
I was too. So that keeps it at a 7-point game. Coop, brother of Brady McManaway, who's playing down at Marietta College. Best of luck and hearing good things about Brady down there. He also wore number 12 here. Speaking of Brady's, Brady Blattner, one of the best linebackers I've seen in my tenure here at Meadowbrook. He's defensive coordinator for the Meadowbrook Colts, the Ohio Dominican grad, teaching algebra
Good for him.
At Meadowbrook. Teaches right down the hall from me.
I had his dad in class as well.
Jerry.
Jerry Blattner.
Yeah.
He was quite an athlete back in the day as well.
Yeah, I believe Jerry attended West Liberty.
College of Knowledge.
College of Knowledge. WL. What do you think of the Steelers this week, Plaz? We're at Denver at 4:25. We got a chance?
We got a chance, but the Steelers never seem to have a whole lot of success out in Mile High City.
They don't. I still go back to the Tim Tebow playoff touchdown pass.
Oh, don't bring up that.
I think I broke my TV on that one. Kickoff down the Braden Lowry. Valentine kickoff. Lowry's got a head of steam. He's got some room. And that's a nice return out to almost the 40-yard line, to the 39-yard line. That was a good kick, too, by the Crooksville kicker, but may have out-kicked this coverage. You usually don't do that on a kickoff, but it just seemed to mess up some timing there for their coverage team.
Again, Lowry with a good return.
Is there a penalty here? Oh, okay, the official just didn't know where to spot the ball.
As we said before, it's been a fairly clean football.
It has
There's only been 5 penalties called the entire
and like
game.
one hold.
Yeah.
That's it. The rest of them have been like procedure penalties or one substitution penalty, I believe.
They jumped offside one time.
That's right.
On a hard count.
So Huey hands it off to Braden Black. Braden Black rumbles for about 4.
And that may be the last play of the first.
You're right. Let's see when this official winds his clock. Well, they're under 25. Colts line up like they're going to run a play. They don't have to, but they do. Another handoff to Black. Black still churning, still moving, and he's going to get a first down. That's a good run. That's a 7-yard pickup, and that's when you know Braden Black's been doing squats in the offseason. He just put a couple guys on his back and just rumbled for 7 yards right there.
Boy, he's been a workhorse tonight. 26 carries, 134 yards for the junior running back.
Colts line up quickly again. Let's see, 2 seconds, 1 second. So at the end of the third quarter here in Byesville, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 27-20. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-646-9595 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-646-9595. 1-800-646-9595. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Welcome back here, beginning of the fourth quarter here in Byesville. Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 27-20. First down at midfield for the Colts. Quick pass out here to little tight end dump again, little slot dump there to Braylon Lowry. He's going to be close to a first down. First down, Colts. That's a WB Green Insurance first down. So now down to the Ceramics 40-yard line. Colts up by 7. Been a good ball game, and you almost think you got to keep scoring if you're Meadowbrook.
You do, I tell you, 14 all there in the for the two teams in the third quarter.
Quick throw out to Landon Kuhn. He's going to go the distance. 40-yard touchdown pass. Justice Huey to Landon Kuhn. And that was fast. Right down the hash mark, Landon Kuhn ran, and Huey threw a dart Hit him right in the chest, and nobody was there for the Ceramics. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. They lead Crooksville 33-20, pending the extra point as Haley Arnold, number 20, trots onto the field. Braylon Lowry will be the holder. Haley's had 2 blocked tonight and made 1. Snap is a little high, handled though by Lowry. Kick is up, and Haley knocks it through. So with 11:29 left here in the final quarter at Byesville, Meadowbrook leads Crooksville 34-20. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Looking for reliability, style, and affordability? Look no further than Doan Ford's Ford Fiesta with a fuel-efficient 1.6-liter i4 engine and a smooth 5-speed manual transmission. It's perfect for city streets or open highways. Enjoy modern conveniences like power windows, locks, cruise control, and a rear-view camera for added safety. With low miles, this Fiesta is ready to roll for a very low cost. Visit Doan Ford today and drive away in style. Located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at doanford.com.
Back to Meadowbrook. Haley Arnold's extra point puts the Colts back up 14. Just the beginning of the fourth quarter here. Casey Clendenning set to kick off the Valentine Insurance kickoff. Back deep, they put Brayson Hills back deep this time on kick returns. I don't remember seeing him earlier.
No, I tell you what, and hopefully they see him. You don't want to kick the ball to that young man.
And boy, this is a knuckleball straight up in the air, fielded by Crooksville at the 35, but
pretty
not
good
much
coverage.
of a great coverage. Only a 3-yard return. Ball was fielded, and that was going end over end forward, which you don't see too often. That was number 21, Drew Dorsey, for the Ceramics fielding that kickoff.
And Bentley Cedar, the wide receiver for the Colts, with the tackle on the play.
A lot of teams do it. And I've seen Ohio State in the past put their starting guys out there on the kickoffs. I always liked watching Texas A&M's 12th man kickoff team, where they stick all those walk-ons, and they're hungry out there. Crowd's going crazy. So
is there anything better in college football?
No, there's nothing better than college football. I'm surprised they didn't call a substitution penalty there on Crooksville. They broke the huddle with 12 guys. Hill goes to the left. He's dancing. He's got space. Here he goes.
Look out.
Hill's inside Colt territory, and he's going to get thrown out of bounds at the Meadowbrook. It's called the 38-yard line.
It's about another 22-yard gain.
He may go for 300 tonight on the ground. Cam Potter checks back in for the Ceramics. As does
right now,
Gage Love.
I got him right now, 13 carries, 244 yards on the ground. That's a career for some quarterbacks.
I wonder what the school record is for yardage, rushing yardage in a game. We have an official's timeout, and Meadowbrook's going to take a timeout.
The thing is, Mike, he still has almost the entire fourth quarter here to deal with.
He does, yeah. He's got 11 minutes and 18 seconds
He could be well
left.
over 300 by the time this is over.
Cleveland at Jacksonville, Sunday at 1 o'clock. Cleveland arguably played their worst first half of football last week in a long time. They've had some bad first halves, but that might have been the worst. Is Deshaun Watson the guy there? I mean,
everybody that knows me knows I love the Steelers.
Right.
And as a Steeler fan, I hope that the Browns keep Deshaun Watson as their quarterback.
I do too.
And I hate to say that, but
we need to keep him there.
Yes.
I still think the Browns really screwed up when they had the chance to draft Ben Roethlisberger, but they never did. And then you got Cincinnati's at Kansas City, so Burrow against Mahomes. Always a good game, 4:25 game, but I will not be watching that one because I'll be watching Pittsburgh and Denver. But Cincinnati gets knocked off by the not a very good Patriots team week 1.
Will the wide receivers for Cincinnati play and be productive this week?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Snap back to Hill, and this time they stuff him. And there's a lot of folks there for the Colts, including number 77, Ethan Hetty, and 55, Talon Cannon. Casey Clendenning getting up off the pile. So gain of 0. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the right hash from the Colts' 38-yard line.
The Colts had a lot of those orange hats to the football that time.
Well, they took a timeout, Plaz. And they've seen this formation over and over and over again. Maybe an adjustment was made there. Now, Colts bring there's a lot of people in a small space. This time Harvey gets the carry. Harvey does a good job, picks up about 5. Eli Harvey, just a junior, 5'10", 175.
Mike, you know what was open on that play again was everybody was slant to this side. If he runs that bootleg again to the left
got
side,
space.
He's got a lot of room out there.
You just wonder when he starts getting tired. You know, you run so much, does he start cramping up? So Colts sub in Bentley Seedor on defense. We haven't seen that. He subbed in for Michael Ray, it looks like. Ray has a problem with a shoe, I think. So this time, Brayson Hill goes to the left out of that tight formation, picks up a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And there's just, when you're playing with these formations, it's almost like the wishbone football, Army and Navy, and everybody's, you know, packed in there tight like sardines. But, oh, I'm sorry, this is 4th down. This will be 4th down for the Ceramics. So it's going to be 4th down and about 3. And this could be the play of the game thus far. Cowbells are churning here in the bleachers. Crooksville looks confused. They break the huddle anyway. Let's see if they end up snapping the ball here. They go back to the shotgun. One receiver, though, to the right. A quick throw out here. He has a man open, and it's a catch. And a nice pickup and gain there for Hunter Hurst, who just ran about a 5-yard stop route. There was a lot of cushion from the defense, so 1st down, Crooksville. Crooksville on the march again at the 19-yard line of the Colts. A host of subs this time for Crooksville, and to me, Crooksville looks a little tired, especially Hill. Hill's struggling a little bit. I mean, he's been playing his rear end off, and you know it's the first time he's played a full game this year. He had to sit out last week. So with weather delays and running clocks. And Cam Potter gets nothing. And I think Crooksville got away with another substitution penalty, running guys off the field late. So that's going to bring up 2nd. Well, he lost a yard there. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. Clock ticking, 8:19. Been a quick second half.
A lot of action.
But a lot of action, yes. So twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Deep drop by Hill. Hill's in trouble. He outruns everybody to the corner. He's down to the 10. Oh! Down to the 5. He gets lit up by Braylon Lowry. Braylon met him at the 3-yard line and bent him over. But Hill gets right back up. And everybody's okay. Down to the 2-yard line. But that's a 1st down. That's a big play for Crooksville. So 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Crooksville trails by 2 scores, 34-20. Crooksville trying to crawl back into this thing. Big 4th down conversion earlier. That pass to Hurst kept this drive alive. We're going under center here for Crooksville. Crooksville with the push like you've talked about. We got a flag. Now, Plaza, are you allowed to push in high school?
You know what, that's going to be my question to you. I don't know because
aiding a runner?
That almost, yep, that's exactly what you're calling, aiding a runner. So no, the
can't do it in high school.
No.
I did not know, and the guy that threw the flag was literally 20 yards from the play, behind the play. He calls it aiding a runner. I don't know if that's a 5, 10, 15-yard penalty.
We're about to find out.
Could be loss of down. It's a 5-yard penalty. So evidently, I learned something new tonight. You cannot do the tush push in high school. College you can, pro you can, but you can't in high school. Yeah, where that official threw that flag, you just knew it had to be that call because he couldn't see anything else. Right. He was so far away, the back judge. And I'm not sure I've noticed this before too, Plaz. 2 back judges, and I mean they're deep. Look how deep the two officials are. They are deep. I always thought there's just one back judge kind of in the middle, the center of the play there. It's going to bring up 1st and goal from about the 7. Hill's in the shotgun. He drops back. He's under pressure again. He throws a hard pass, and it's intercepted by Braylon Lowry. He brings it out of the end zone. Lowry's out to the 15. He's out to the 40, and he's tackled from behind. at the 43-yard line. Braylon Lowry throws intercepts an errant pass, and now I think he's got a cramp. He's laying there, but that's a huge, huge play by the Meadowbrook defense. And Plaz, I didn't know you could bring an interception out of the end zone, unless they didn't think he was in the end zone.
It looked like from here he was definitely in the end zone.
Yeah, and I didn't think you could do that, but maybe you can. Now, Hill was under a lot of pressure. He's been under a lot of pressure all night. 3 guys snuck through easily for Meadowbrook on that play, which caused the bad throw by Hill, and Lowry, jolly on the spot, catches it, and I thought for a second was going to take that thing 101 yards. Good hustle there by Crooksville.
As good as Hill has played tonight, Mike, and I hate to say it, but
it's a big mistake.
The Ceramics have had 4 turnovers, and all 4 can be credited to Hill.
Yeah.
He's had 3 fumbles and now an interception.
Yes, just the big turnover.
Because I tell you what, the young man's had a great game on the ground.
He has. So I think Braylon has a cramp. Is that who? Jace Thompson chased him down. Great hustle, because I thought there was a chance Lowry could take that thing, make a house call from 101 yards. Lowry gets up after getting that cramp rubbed out. He jogs it off. And, those are football plays right there, Plaz, that win you football games.
Absolutely.
That's a big-time play there by Braylon Lowry.
Boy, the Crooksville Ceramics just getting ready to get right back in this football game. And with one throw. Now the Colts.
So you get the tush push first that gets called for a penalty.
Yes.
And then you got to throw it, and that's what happens. So the Colts come out throwing again. And that's going to be a gain of 12 or 13. And that's complete to number 13, Jacob Burris. How many guys are going to play that spot there and catch that pass? And I think that's a good thing to do, because you can't key on one guy. But that time it was Jacob Burris. We've seen about 4 different guys catch that pass tonight.
They definitely have found something with that little slip pass right over the middle.
No RPO.
Oh, my goodness.
The run pass off. The linemen just have to stay intact. And here's what the Colts want to do now. They want to run the clock. That's another big run there by Braden Black, who's had a workhorse-type night. He picks up 8.
He's up to 142 yards on the night, as well as 320 through the air for the senior Justice Huey.
So the Colts now taking their time, as they should.
Yeah, that's smart. That's good coaching right there.
Crooksville has 2 timeouts left, 6:14 clock ticking. Quick pass again, and this time this thing's broken up. That's going to stop the clock. They tried to quick dump pass again. That one was intended again for Burris, but this time Crooksville was ready. Ball jarred loose as it hit the receiver's hands.
I think it was number 35, Aiden Harper.
Aiden Harper. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. This clock stopped at 6:06. Trip receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the top. Handed off to Black. Black's going to have the first down. He's moving people. And that's going to be a gain of about 13 for Braden Black. First down, Meadowbrook. And when the chains get set, we're going to go under 6 minutes here in the 4th quarter.
I got to think if I'm Steve Norman right here, I want to keep the football on the ground.
Keep running.
Because they've had success, and I think you're right. I think the offensive line, the size of the offensive line, is starting to wear down that defensive front of
They definitely are. Hand off to Black. This time he tries the outside. Cuts it back. Nice cut back there by Braden Black.
Nice cut.
And he gets down to the 19-yard line, picks up about 5.
That's all you need to do right now if you're a Colt.
Now, here's where I'd like to have a play clock, because you can actually see how much time you got.
Yes.
You can run that. You don't have to send a play in, basically, until 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Doesn't that back judge put his hand up?
He
when
puts his hand up with 5 seconds.
5 seconds to
I
go
never did trust that, though. Never did. Hand off again to Black. Black tries the same thing to the other side. This time not as many yards. We got Landon Kuhn. He might go down with a cramp here. He and number 5, Riley Wagner, were tussling out here way away from the play.
You can tell why he's coming off the field that he's got a cramp.
He's been running wild all night, so he's probably, you hate to say anybody deserves a cramp, but as when you run as much as he's ran tonight, he's probably cramping up. I got a cramp in bed the other night, Plaz. I was like,
you wait as you get older. That's going to be a common occurrence.
Yeah. Maybe I should have went out to the fridge and got some pickle juice at 3 a.m.
Yeah. That would have tasted good.
I'd have been up the rest of the night. So Kuhn goes out with what appears to be a cramp. Burris moves in.
Clock has started again. We're down to 4:42 in the fourth quarter.
And there's another run by Black. He's going to be close to a first down. Let's see if they give him forward progress. They kind of do. It's going to bring up fourth, and I think you got to almost do the same thing.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised if they run this thing down till 1 second left on the play clock and call timeout, but it's going to be fourth and a long one.
But like you said, how do you know when you're down to 1 second on the play clock?
Yeah, right.
Because we don't have them tonight.
Most places have them now. We got an equipment problem here as Riley Wagner gets his chin strap fixed by the official, but he's ready to go. Huey in the pistol. Braden Black behind him, and Crooksville, wow. I thought he jumped off sides. Looked like he was getting ready to fall off an edge. The officials did not call it. In fact, the one guy helped him. So anyway, it doesn't matter because Black's going to get the first down inside the 10. And Meadowbrook looks like they're putting the wraps on win number 2 this year. Time is 3:53 in the fourth quarter. So let's see if Meadowbrook can tack another one on. It's going to be first and goal at the 9-yard line. Black takes the handoff, gets inside maybe 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half. But that clock's ticking. Crooksville only with 2 timeouts left. And now people's getting up slow off the pile.
Yeah, it's been a long night.
And I think Crooksville has a injured player down now.
Looks like maybe another cramp.
Interior lineman holding his calf. It's going to be an injury timeout. We'll keep it here.
The junior Braden Black's been impressive tonight, too. He's carried the ball 33 times.
Wow.
Workmanlike.
I'm going to guess that's a career high in carries.
Oh, I would think
for Braden Black. And in fact, I'm going to guess 33 carries by one man at Meadowbrook. That hasn't happened in a long time. That's a lot, because we're used to seeing Huey throw it 50 times. Nobody carries the ball 33 times. And how many yards does he have tonight, Blas?
He's got 172. Put on top of that, Huey still have thrown the ball 44 times.
Jeez, so they've run
a
lot
ton of offensive plays tonight.
Yes,
you're right.
They have. And this will be the first real game in terms of the length of it, start to finish. No weather delays, no running clocks for both teams. And it's been a nice night. It's still warm, but we'll take it. No lightning, no rain. So that's number 50 for Crooksville. That was Jace Thompson, who's probably in the running for our lineman of the night, our Guernsey Muskingum power lineman of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jace Thompson. He's done a really good job tonight. Called his name a lot tonight.
All right, second down goal for your coach.
Done a good job from his left tackle position offensively. He's one of those that's had to play both ways for the Ceramics.
This time, Black was to the left of Hugh, but Black's got some room. He may get in. He does get in. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. That's about an 8-yard touchdown run for Braden Black. And that might seal it up for the Colts tonight as they take a 40-20 lead with 3:08 left in the fourth quarter here at Eugene Capers Field. Haley Arnold on for the extra point, try to make it a 21-point deficit. So the Meadowbrook students, crowd, cheerleaders, alumni, celebrating, feeling good about themselves. It's been a good game tonight. Not quite over yet, but there's a big woman singing in the background.
She's warming up.
Kick is up, and I think it may have been tipped, may not, but no good. So that makes it Colts doubling up the Ceramics right now, 40-20 with 3:08 left. You're listening to, and we're going to take 30 seconds, you are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
There's something about a fresh haircut from the friendly, skilled stylists at Great Clips that just makes life, well, greater. The sun shines brighter. Your step feels springier. Even your jokes are funnier. And the best part? When you use Great Clips online check-in, you can get in for a haircut without having to rearrange your day or your budget. Download the app today and start feeling that much greater in just a few taps. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Back to Meadowbrook, and Plaza and I are talking about some awards tonight, but we have to give out a Great Clips of Zanesville play of the game, a player of the game for both teams, and 2 linemen of the game for both teams.
I got to think, now this is my own vote, my play of the game right there was the interception.
Yeah,
by Lowry. I think
great,
that turned the game right there.
Great point.
Because if Crooksville scores there, this is still a game.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's probably spot on, Plaz, with that analysis. So, Meadowbrook kicks off. Clendening kicks it off. Good coverage there by the Colts. Crooksville returns it out to about just the 20. Wow. Did they lose yardage on that kickoff return?
I'll tell you, that's the deepest they've started with their field position on kickoffs all night long.
27-yard line. So here come the Ceramics. Trail by 3 scores, 40-20. Brayson Hill, well over 200 yards on the ground tonight. Takes the snap. Little jet sweep. Crowd wants holding, not called. And we had a heck of a collision, and we still got some extracurricular going on, but that was a pretty good hard run there by number 5, Riley Wagner. You know, Wagner in the program is listed as 30. He's changed to 5, and then Hunter Browning, 84, was going to change to 55 at halftime, but changed back to 84. So if you're confused, you should be confused.
Because we are.
We're confused, yes. If you're not confused, you're not paying attention. You should be confused. All right, Hill drops back way deep. We got a screen here.
Oh, nice play.
And number 8, guess who? Bailey Kuhn.
Boy, he's been all over the football
He's been
field
really
tonight.
good for the Colts tonight. Takes down Cam Potter for a gain of very minimal, if any. No gain. 3rd and 2, clock running. Minute 55 left here in Byesville. And Ceramics seem to be in no hurry. This will be the Ceramics' first loss. They will go to 3-1 on the year. Colts will jump up to 2-2. Another deep drop. Hill's going to let one fly, and nobody home. But he did show us some good arm strength.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, everybody ran short routes. So he thought they were running short routes.
About 45, 50 yards in the
air. And he didn't look like he tried too hard. He just flung it. So good arm strength there by the young man, Brayson Hill. And I'm looking forward to following him the next 3 years. Basketball, football.
I tell you, these Ceramics could be a force. Again, it's a very small school.
They're always
in the MVL, so they have a lot going against them. But boy, they've got a nice young team.
They've got a good core group there. But you're the small fish in a big pond.
It's a tough league for them to compete in.
So here goes Hill, hands it off to Potter. On 4th down, Potter's going to get the first. Maybe. Yes, he did get it. He got it by about a yard. That's a really good tackle, and I think that was Lowry again. Or Aiden Farrell. I could not tell from this side of the field there.
I think it was actually Farrell.
Yeah, it was Aiden Farrell. This is when it gets hard for me, Plaz, with the numbers and the lights. And actually, Meadowbrook's uniforms kind of do stick out better this year.
You notice, I think those are new jerseys.
New jerseys, yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
Wonder if they bought them in New Jersey. Ordered them from New Jersey. New jerseys from New Jersey.
It's been a long night, Mike.
Too many dad jokes. All right, Hill back. He's under pressure. Kuhn almost gets him. Here goes Hill. He's rumbling. He's running, and he's brought down one of the first sacks of the night. And that was Braden Lappert, the freshman. Maybe the first sack of his varsity career. Braden Lappert with a sack. Big loss there for Brayson Hill. Colts had one trot off, and it's Bailey Kuhn. I think he's cramping again.
They don't have to run another play, and I don't know why you'd really want to.
Yeah, second and 19. Second, and they got to get the Derwent. And that's going to down to 14 seconds. Motion, jet sweep. And he's going to go out of bounds. That was number 11, the Hammer. Jacob Hammer, number 11. Almost a first down, but he goes out of bounds with 4 seconds. And that's going to bring up probably our last play, I would think.
He was out of bounds, so they got to run one more play here with 4 seconds to go.
As I've heard people say, out of balance. He's out of balance. And this will be the last play of the game. Okay. Trying to clean up some awards here. And that's it. That's it. I was trying to write down some things, and I knew the game was over. My fault there, everybody. But at the end of the game here, 1 second, please. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the award to Crooksville coaches before they leave. A lot of times, Meadowbrook has to, the opposing team changes clear over at the middle school, and I go chasing a guy a half mile to the middle school to give him an award. So, but anyway. Final score, Meadowbrook 40, Crooksville 20. Meadowbrook improves to 2-2 on the year, while Crooksville's, that's their first loss on the year. They go to 3-1. Next week, Meadowbrook travels to Philo, who was going to be 2-2 after tonight. They led Riverview. And Crooksville travels to Morgan, who will be 0-4. They were losing big tonight to Tri-Valley. So we're going to take a couple minutes here, pay homage to our sponsors. And Plaza is going to accumulate stats. We're going to talk about awards. And we'll be back here in a few minutes. You are listening to and watching MVL football on WKC and YRP TV.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school football. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, cabin, seasonal home, a garage, or even farm equipment, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website, patronsbuckeye.com.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client. You're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers.
They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
Protect what matters most with Valentine Insurance right here in Cambridge. Whether it's your home, car, or business, our team is dedicated to finding the perfect coverage to fit your needs. We understand the importance of peace of mind, and we're here to make sure you're prepared for life's unexpected moments. With local expertise and personalized service, you can trust Valentine Insurance to keep you covered. Stop by or give us a call today at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
To Meadowbrook High School, Mike Snively and Mike Podlasiak. Final score, Meadowbrook 40, Crooksville 20 in an MBL small school matchup. Plaz and I have been writing more than our senior thesis in college. I mean, I feel like we're writing down a bunch of analytical data, and Plaz been writing a bunch of this, and we've been trying to write down names for awards and everything. But let's go over scoring first of this game. It was a good game. Both teams ran the ball well. Both teams played defense when they needed to play defense, but Meadowbrook took advantage of many Crooksville turnovers and comes out the victor and doubles up the Ceramics 40-20. Let's go over scoring with 9:56 in the first quarter. Nick Norman, a 24-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey. Haley Arnold made the extra point with 2:37 in the first quarter. Brayson, who had an electric 63-yard touchdown run, but the kick failed, 7-6. It was after the first quarter. Meadowbrook scored with 5:04 left in the second quarter. Nick Norman had an 8-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey, but the kick failed. We went to halftime at 13-6. Meadowbrook led. Third quarter, 4 scores in that quarter. Crooksville's Brayson Hill had a 43-yard touchdown run to start the quarter, and then he also had a 2-point conversion, 14-13 Crooksville at that point. 7:22 in the third quarter. Meadowbrook's Landon Kuhn caught a 5-yard pass from Justice Huey where he juggled it but brought it in as he went to the ground. PAT was the Colton Snyder run. And then also in the third quarter, Justice Huey had a 25-yard where it was a bad snap, picks up the snap, runs it in untouched. The kick failed. Colts were up, and then with 48 seconds left, Cam Potter scored from 1 yard, but the pass failed. Heading into the fourth quarter, Meadowbrook's Landon Kuhn caught a 40-yard touchdown pass from Justice Huey. Haley Arnold made the extra point, and with 3:08 left, Meadowbrook one last score. Braden Black scored on an 8-yard run, and the kick failed, which makes our final score, 40-20. Plaz, we had some stats tonight.
Oh my God, did we have some stats tonight?
Yeah, and the big numbers tonight.
Oh, there were some, several guys had huge games tonight on both sides. First of all, for the winning Meadowbrook Colts, they rushed the ball tonight 40 times, 224 yards. The leading ground carrier for the Colts tonight was the junior fullback, Braden Black, 34 carries, 180 yards, and 1 touchdown. Through the airways, the senior Justice Huey, the record-setting senior Justice Huey, was 29 of 44, 320 yards. The key here, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions.
Yeah, huge stat, yes.
24 first downs tonight for the Colts. Only penalized 3 times for 20 yards. Coach Norman has to be happy with that.
Yes.
And the key, I think, to this football game, the Colts did not turn the ball over at all night long.
Big key, huge key in the game, yes.
Crooksville on the other side rushed the ball tonight 36 times, 336 yards. Of course, the key ground carrier there was the quarterback, sophomore Brayson Hill, carried 17 times, 256 yards.
Jeez.
But the downside of that, he did turn the ball over 3 times on fumbles. Through the airways, the sophomore was 7 of 12, 65 yards, and 1 additional turnover and interception, which was huge there midway through the fourth quarter. 401 total yards for the Ceramics, 404 total yards tonight. So we had over 800 total yards between the
805 yards of offense
It's
tonight.
no wonder my hand's all cramped up now from writing. They were only penalized 3 times for 15 yards. So really a very clean football game.
It was clean.
Played both ways tonight. And again, 4 turnovers for Crooksville, which to me was the difference in that football
Without a doubt, Plaz, and I thought it was a good football game. I knew it was going to be competitive. There were times this game was in doubt late in the game, and then we're going to go over like the play of the game, which may have stopped that momentum. by the Crooksville Ceramics. So let's talk about that first. We have the play of the game. This young man's going to receive a free haircut over at Great Clips in Zanesville. It was Braylon Lowry where Crooksville was at the 2-yard line, then they get penalized for aiding of a runner. They move it back to the 7. They try to throw in the next play. Brayson Hill was under heavy duress, throws it in the end zone, and Braylon Lowry intercepts the pass about a yard deep in the end zone, brings it out about a 45-yard return, and that kind of ended the game right there. And that's when, if you were Meadowbrook, you kind of felt like we got a really good chance now of winning. Yeah. Our percent of chance went from 60% to about 95% now, so congratulations to Braylon Lowry. Our +1 player of the game we will give to Justice Huey, and you just heard his stats earlier. He was outstanding. He also surpassed Davis Black as the all-time leading passer in Meadowbrook history, and I think he's over 5,000 yards, well over 5,000 yards now passing in Meadowbrook history. So he will win the +1 pizza. Player of the game, Justice Huey, he will receive a medium pizza from +1 in Byesville. The Lock 9 pizza player of the game was, and you heard earlier, Brayson Hill, well over 200 yards rushing, just a sophomore, a fine, outstanding athlete. He won the Lock 9 pizza player of the game. And might I add, +1 pizza is outstanding. And I went down the Lock 9 one time just to try it. It is everything it's hyped up to be. It is really, really good. Me and Dave Hilliard rave about that place. And then 2 other awards we have to give out is the Guernsey-Muskingum Electric lineman of the game, sponsored by Guernsey-Muskingum Electric Power. For Meadowbrook, we were going to give that to Talon Cannon. And for Crooksville, we are going to give that to Jace Thompson. So we have, I believe they receive a T-shirt and some recognition on social media for that award. So, Plaz, that was fun. Week 4 in the books here. I think Meadowbrook has many opportunities to win many more games, and I think Crooksville as well has some games on their schedule. They can be competitive and win a few more games, and I look for both of these teams, possibly at least Meadowbrook, to sneak into that playoff in that Division 5 Region 19 playoff.
And that can be a good or bad thing.
That could be a good.
I mean, just the fact that you could get in is going to be good.
Yeah, but you might have to go to Harvest Prep or Ironton or one of those, Barnesville.
Or even to Barnesville. I don't you think you want to play Barnesville out of the gate.
No, either. But I mean, that's a long way away. That's at least 6 or 7 weeks before we start talking about that.
Next week's the halfway point.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
crazy?
it is. We're almost already halfway through this 2024 season.
Football season is the fastest 10 weeks on the calendar year. It just flies by. So I tell you what, outstanding game tonight. I want to thank you, Plaz, for coming up. And as always,
Mike,
you do a fantastic job.
I so enjoy working with you.
It was a fun game, and we're going to be back. I think I'm back. I got next week off, but then I have Meadowbrook a few more times this year, and Maysville a few times. I think I even have Crooksville another time. So I'm glad I got this game under my belt doing play-by-play. I switch back and forth from play-by-play to color, but I want to thank also, we had co-producers tonight, Bryce Haynes in the first half, Gino Riley in the second half, and our camera girl, Abby Garrett. I want to thank you guys. Fantastic. I want to thank Athletic Director John Jones for the pizza, the drinks up here, always taken well care of up here in the Meadowbrook press box. And everybody else that was listening, tuning in, texting, I appreciate the text. It's a shout out to everybody listening to the games, and I had a good time tonight. Plaz had a good time tonight. Final score from Meadowbrook 40, Crooksville 20. Everybody have a great night.